What is up, everyone? FPL here and welcome back to the channel. How are we back already? I'm not sure. Doesn't really feel like we got a break. Season ended last into the World Cup and now we're back anyway. But I'm absolutely delighted to be back. Hope everybody is keeping well and you have been enjoying the preseason content. It has been a busy preseason. I appreciate you all for the support. The YouTube channel is still growing. We've got 3 hours now until the deadline. I took a half day off work to try and get this stream sorted, so I'll try and keep you entertained for the next 3 hours or so. But who have we got in the chat here? I can see Higgins was in the chat watching from Australia. Jason then as well, buzzing about. William as well, great to see you. Great to be back as well. Nearly evening here. What are we? 3:34 here in Galway. Jason as well. Lord without rings. The phone has been buzzing all day. I need to probably turn off the phone for the next hour or so. And yeah, shout out Dylan from Oz. Hope the holidays are going well, man. And fair play for tuning in. Yeah, right. So we're gonna be going through my current draft. What I could potentially be doing. What I might not be doing. Whether that's gonna be a bench boost or not. We have to discuss around Haaland or no Haaland then as well. Sam is looking for the jersey here. I won't show you the back of it because annoyingly it has Ronaldo R9 on the back. The L came off on the back, so it's hanging off. But yeah, lovely retro Inter Milan jersey there. I think it's 0102. One of my favourite jerseys in my own collection. And of course we had to wear it for game week 1. But yeah, right, what do we keep the questions coming? What are we saying here? Buzzing about, nearly even here. Jason, gonna let the 11 players on the pitch dictate our blood pressure again. For the first game week, it's gonna be 15 dictating my blood pressure. Yeah, the bench boost will be active. Right, the phone is absolutely going mad here. What are we saying here? Anyway, right. Sam, great to be back. Mbuemo captain, good start. Yeah, let's get that off right off the back. What are we saying? Game week 1, captain pick. I should have put Mbuemo on my Instagram poll yesterday. I didn't. Not the word with a P there. Captain pick, not the other word. Right. So we're going Haaland, Bruno Fernandes, Mbuemo, and we'll go JP. Right. Can you stop chatting to me there? Right. Sound. What are we saying? Shows the jersey grand. Mbuemo captain, wildcard meltdown for me. With the strategy I'm currently looking towards now, it's going to be an early wildcard if I do bench boost. Get the bench boost out of the way. It is an annoying ship, especially when there's no double game weeks. When there's a double game week, it's great. When there isn't, it's not. It's very annoying to navigate. With the bench boost, a lot of people ask me why we bench boost, and get it out of the way early on, of course, is the main reason. But also having a goalkeeper, having no 4 million goalkeeper having no 4 million goalkeeper option in the game points us towards using a bench boost. Then you can see there, I have Verbruggen on the bench, have Kinski looking towards using the bench boost. Then if I'm wildcarding in 3 or 4, can get rid of the 4.5 million goalkeeper on my bench and just put all my budget into my starting 11 and have 1 or 2 decent subs. That's the way I normally play the game. It has worked over the last few years. That's the way I play it. Right, Higgins, what are we saying? Do you think Solis will definitely start? Deadline is 1:30 a.m. here. Was thinking of setting the alarm to check if there's any leaks on him. With the fact that Martinelli wasn't in the squad at all for that Man City game, I think that points towards Solis starting tonight then as well. 6.5 million, very cheap route into that Arsenal attack. A goal and 6 assists in his pre-season as well. With Solis, I'm not even going to say it, but I think he's got like 88 goal contributions. Something mad like that with 103 goals that his team scored last year. He got 88 goal contributions. That could be wrong on the actual figure, but it's something in around that. So he could be a game breaker at 6.5 million. Lord without rings. Hello, bro. Hope you're going to have a great season. You too, man. I don't know which one to go. Ballard and Rodon or Muharamovic. Second goal, we got it. Muharamovic and Hume. What would you suggest? I'm currently on the Leeds lad and Hume. I think I might be going for Ballard and Rodon. I'd like to have Muharamovic. Hume is a great pick for the first week. It's just whether or not he's gonna start the latter weeks earlier on the season. But if he plays right wing, I think he got 2 goals and an assist in pre-season. So 4.5 million. If you want to take a punt in the bench boost, Hume is a very nice pick. it's just a safer probably going with Rodon and Ballard, which I'm probably leaning towards going for now. I know I've got the Leeds lad Muharamovic and Hume on my bench boost there, but I think I am leaning towards Ballard and Rodon myself. Yeah, just join your mini league, big prize up for grabs. Exactly. If Ray1 and Owen always watches my streams, I need to send Owen a jersey then as well. If Ray1 is in the chat, if I might see them throughout this stream, I still have to send them their prizes. I've been looking for them on Instagram, Twitter, even on YouTube. I sent out a service message, haven't got word off them yet. Hopefully they tune in and I can get their prizes sent to them. But get joining that prize league then as well. Maybe you could roll over to next year if Ray1 doesn't claim his prize. Maybe we should do that, roll it on to next year. But I'm sure Owen is a member of the YouTube channel. He came second. I have to send him a jersey. So Owen, if you are watching this, get commenting there, send me a message on Instagram or Twitter. I can't find you on Instagram, so I think you only have an account on YouTube. But yeah, get buzzing about, get in that money league, get in that prize league, and you could win yourself a jersey of your choice for next season. While you're at it then as well, do head on down there, click subscribe on the channel if you haven't done so already. We're on the road to 10k subs. We're about 300 subs off hitting 10k, and get liking the stream as well. Let's get this pushed out to a few more people around the world. Great influx of subscribers since we've already started, which is great to see, and it is so good to be back. I'm going to be live here until the deadline. Forgot to say this then as well. So, was filming with these with work during the week. We've got 2 packs of Topps Premier League trading cards. The new ones only came out last week. We're going to get into these then throughout the stream as well. So maybe once we hit 30, like I can see we're on 15, which is great. Once we hit 30, we'll get into our first pack then as well. Right, let's keep going. Connor Gleeson is looking for the league code. It's on the YouTube lad. Right, I'll get back to him in a sec. Right, what are we looking for? Darren in the chat. Great to see you, Darren, as well. Adam, Bongo, Loftus, good man, Loftus. Good to see you back, Niall. Good luck for the new season. Torn between Raya and Maguire or Lamans and White. Lamans and White. I don't think Raya is worth the. Maguire definitely the more attacking threat over White. White does have a decent shout of attacking threat also. What we're chatting about all pre-season. Casemiro gone for United. Bruno's going to be looking for the head of Harry Maguire. Prefer Lamans and White just there, Tommy. Are you going for your man for Bournemouth as well? Let us know. Shane O'D, love the start of FPL every year. We spend hours picking certainties only to be wildcarding a panic 3 weeks in. True. But if you are set on wildcarding early, take your punts early on. Don't go too mad in the punts. As I said, Mbeumo isn't even a punt. But looking at those first 2 fixtures for Man United, going for Mbeumo instead of going for Semenyo, and then offloading Mbeumo when the fixtures get slightly tougher for Man United. I know is it City in game week 4. But I'm looking towards that Mbeumo to Semenyo move in game week 3 when Man City do have Coventry. So I'm attacking those United fixtures early on and then booking in transfers later on. But we all know what happens when we start booking in transfers. Nicole, am I using bench boost? I will be. It's not active there yet, but it will be. If you are using bench boost, make sure to play it. Make sure to hit your bench boost. Ronaldo for bench boost game week 1. He's my differential. Not mad at Ronaldo. Maybe Hume over him, but any route into the Sunderland defence is fine. Ipswich away is a decent fixture, to be fair. But I probably would, if you're looking for a punt for a Sunderland defender, I'd be going for Hume. Good chance he could be playing right wing. Right, what are we saying here then as well? Higgins, what are we saying? Where are you gone? What's your Premier League predictions, boss? Top 4, top goal scorer, biggest long, and best signing. Top 4: Arsenal, City, United, Liverpool as my top 4. I think Arsenal win it again, unfortunately, but yeah, Arsenal, Man City. All depends how Man City bounce back after that Arsenal game last week. Arsenal looked a gear ahead of them anyway, but anything can happen over the course of the season. But I'm going Arsenal again, Man City second, United third, and Liverpool fourth. Top goal scorer, boring, but Erling Haaland again. Outside of Haaland, João Pedro maybe. If you're bypassing Haaland, I think he gets the golden boot anyway. Maybe João Pedro next. It's going to be a big season for João Pedro. He's had a great pre-season, so let's see how he gets on early on. What is he? 60% owned, 40% without João Pedro. That's is he gone up a bit more? Yeah, 64%. So 36 without João Pedro. Monday night game. If he gets If he gets a haul there, he could be 7-6, 7-7 by game week 2. Biggest long, who are we going for? We'll bypass that one. Best signing. Maybe I'm on the Solly's hype. Maybe I'm on the Solly's hype. Best signing. If on paper that Spurs team look a lot better anyway. If Spurs kind of crack up the defence now, we know Kinski, he's in my goals there. He does have a mistake in him. I think on paper that Spurs defence, if it's a collection of signings, Van Heck, Senesi, Tonali, if they sort that team out, maybe that could be the transfer market, the best use of it. What's my bench, brother? For now, it's for Bruggen, Hume, Gross, and Diop. Scroll down there for a sec. When I am sorting out my bench, I will zoom out so you can see it a lot clearer. But yeah, for now it's Hume, Diop, and Gross alongside Verbruggen. Would you recommend Gahey and Mosquera over Maguire? Not Gahey now. He's definitely not nailed. He's not worth that 6 million. It's hard to say what backline Maresca is going to go with. I'm surprised he didn't start the Community Shield final. I'm right in saying that, am I? That he didn't. But 6 million is a lot, especially an extra 0.5 can get you an O'Reilly. Going down at 0.5 can get you one of the Arsenal lads going even down. Another 1.5 million gets you Konsa, but we're waiting until he gets into that team, see where he's going to be centre back or even in that right back role. But 4.5, that's going to be a game breaker for Konsa with that Arsenal move. Why are you switching to Ballard? Good chance of an attacking return from Ballard. Good DEFCON as well. I like Murahamovic for Leeds as well, but probably more leaning towards Rodon now with the fact I can do a lot more with the 5 million. But it's very close between Ballard and Rodon against Murahamovic and Hume. Probably leaning towards the Rodon and Ballard, just because with the Hume move, it'll probably be a risky one in a couple of weeks. He might not be as nailed. But he had a good pre-season, so he's a good shout in the bench boost if you want to go for it. If you're looking for an early wild card in 3 or 4, which I am, which maybe means I should be going for Hume. Something I need to decide on then as well, yeah. Darren, good man, Darren. How confident are you of Haaland's minutes in game week 1? Enough the captain. Yeah, 53. I think the drama about him being subbed off in 53 minutes against Arsenal. The game was over. There's no point leaving him on the pitch as well. He's fine. The game's on Sunday as well. An extra day's training, an extra day's rest as well. He'll be fine. I think he'll be fine to play. He'll probably get 70-ish, I'd say, in game week 1 against Bournemouth. I think that's enough anyway. Bournemouth have a few injuries themselves. Areola's gone. Senesi's gone. A few injuries in the defence as well. Krupa Jr. isn't there as well, but that doesn't matter on the defensive route. But I think Haaland will be fine. He's a very good record in game week 1. That's why I'm giving him the armband. It's weird not giving the armband to Bruno with that fixture. Any other game week in the season, it would be given it to Bruno. But yeah, I think Haaland at home has to be on him. Uziman is asking about Brobbey. Nothing wrong with Brobbey. If you have a route to get rid of him after 3, you're going to want to be offloading the Sunderland assets. Their fixtures kind of tail off then. If you're wildcarding, that's fine. You can sort them out. I do prefer Calvert-Lewin. Brobbey won't be on penalties where Calvert-Lewin will be, and he's probably a better season put down him. And the only goal I saw Brobbey score was just a high press goal. He kind of shoved one of the defenders out of the way and then scored into an open net. But Calvert-Lewin for me. Thoughts on Xhaka, please? He looked very well in the last game. Obviously he scored. Not fully gone on that Liverpool defence just yet. Newcastle away, and Newcastle have been very poor in pre-season. Manager gone. A lot of their good players are gone. Tonali, Gordon, a few others are gone as well. So it's Newcastle away for Liverpool. They might nick one, so I'm not looking towards Xhaka just yet. Maybe give him a couple of weeks, see what the stories with the defence, what the stories with Konsa. Can offload Maguire to one of them then as well. As long as Maguire gets a bullet header in the first week or second week against Ipswich at home, that'll be grand. He'll have his job done, and then we can move on from then. Blake, I'm pretty similar to you, but I have Szoboszlai not giving me enough money for the bench boost. I'm not sure I want to lock into bench boost 1 or 2, as we might know the enablers better later. Do you feel bench boost is essential? Definitely not essential. If you don't want to bench boost, don't bench boost. I'm just using it to get it out of the way. With what's pointing me towards it is Verbruggen, no striker for Aston Villa. serious question marks around Watkins. He's got no minutes since the World Cup. Maggio, who did look very good in pre-season, he's injured then as well, so that Aston Villa attack will be a bit timid. Me saying this now, they might come away with 2 or 3 goals against Brighton, but Verbruggen has been playing well. I think it's 3 clean sheets in his last 3 for Verbruggen. He kept one last night as well. Unfortunately, they didn't get a goal, so that means probably if I go for Gross, his minutes will be managed probably against Villa. Even Gomez then as well, his minutes will be managed with them focusing on Europe. With the bench boost, when the first game launched, I was kind of looking towards the Coventry one. I'm not mad on having 3 Coventry players on a bench boost. Fair enough for the whole game, it's fine, but then thereafter then, so that's why I'm looking towards game week 1. Get it out of the way. The way I play the game then is have all my budget into the starting 11, 2 subs then, and have a dead goalkeeper and a dead defender, forming a defender who will play and get minutes, and focus on the main core 11. With Szoboszlai then as well, I did have him for the majority of pre-season. For 7 million, he is on set pieces. I think Isak is going to be on penalties anyway. I'm not prepared to pay the 7 million when you have the likes of an Ndai, Solis then as well at 6.5. Szoboszlai playing very deep. It'll need Wirtz to be subbed off for Szoboszlai to be pushed up the pitch. But that being said, he can always score a free kick, get an assist from a corner or a set piece. It's nothing wrong if you're going for him. Maybe that's the one player I'm on the fence with then as well. His ownership is very high. Maybe I should just be getting him for the sake of it. But I do like Solis. As long as he gets a return tonight, I can watch that Liverpool game in peace on I think it's Sunday, isn't it? Thoughts on Tarkowski? Nothing wrong with him. I think Everton have a good few injuries ahead of this weekend, so not just yet. When you have the likes of a Calafiori, Maguire, eyeing up those fixtures, the fixtures for Everton starting off aren't that great for clean sheets. Let me just have a look again. Palace at home, isn't it? Bournemouth away in game week 2, is it? United in 3. Not ideal for clean sheets early on. Even Spurs, if Spurs get a nice start to the season, maybe on a wild card in game week 5 there when they've got Ipswich and then Hull. Yeah, maybe on a wild card in 5. But for now, I'm not going to be going near Tarkowski. Of course, he's going to be very good for DEFCON up until game week 5. It's just the clean sheets. I don't think I'm going for that now. 88 in the chat, which is great to see already. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, please head on down there, click subscribe on the channel. We're trying to get to 10k subscribers. We've been putting serious work in. Not going to give it the sob story. If you are enjoying the content, just go down there, click subscribe. Your support is very much appreciated, and it would be absolutely class to hit 10k. Solis over Szoboszlai, Ross Plunkett. Yeah, I'm on that for now. Will you be hate watching Gabriel tonight? I'll have him in my team. Not hate watching, as long as they get the clean sheet, I'll be happy enough with that. I just don't think he's worth the 8 million in the game. That being said, if he scores a bullet header tonight, people might panic and go for him. He could be 8.1, 8.2 by game week 2, but I'm happy enough to have Calafiori. Was considering Mosquera alongside Calafiori. Just with that Consa move now, I'm not going to go there. Bruno suggested to captain Mbeumo. He did. As long as he's assisting Mbeumo, I don't mind that at all. Even with that as well, with Bruno Fernandes, get him into your team for the first 2. It's easier to have Bruno than, especially with those 2 fixtures, Hull and Ipswich. Fair enough, it was a Newcastle and a Bournemouth, or a Newcastle and a Brentford. Then you could be having question marks around Bruno Fernandes. Hull and Ipswich in game week 1 and game week 2. I just don't agree why people aren't going for him. It's crazy not to go for him early on. That being said, he could easily blank. He's got the penalty misses out of the way. He missed 2 last year against Fulham and Brentford, wasn't it, early on? Now he's missed 2 in pre-season. He's going to score the rest of them. Mark my words. Right. Luca. Are we anyone above Luca? Be Irish. Yes, we are back. Best of luck, everyone. Any thoughts about Chelsea players? Just Joe Pedro for now. Let's see how Morgan Rogers fits into that team. Even Palestri. Someone was asking me in my Patreon, should we go in for him? I don't think he's worth 5.5 million just now. Yes, he's been taking up some serious attacking positions in pre-season. Just the clean sheet potential for Chelsea isn't great starting off. Fulham away isn't an easy fixture for the chance for clean sheet. Brighton at home. Brighton maybe focus on Europe. Maybe they get something in that game. But then Arsenal and in the first 3, fair enough, from game week 4 onwards. Give them 3 weeks. Let's see how Palmer and Rodgers are fitting in. For now, it's enough for me having João Pedro, especially off the back of that pre-season. So that's why I'm just going with him. But I am eyeing up Rodgers if needs be. Could even be an Mbeumo to a Rodgers or it could be Mbeumo to Semenyo. Let's see who starts off flying. Can Ahmed play? He can. I wouldn't go for him though. Bruno, Mbeumo, Maguire is your 3 United that you have to be having there. The Quack is back. Rubber Ducky, good to see you, man. What's the bench like? Yeah, so Verbruggen, Hume, Gross and Diop. I've Diop in over O'Shea. If O'Shea is playing right back, probably puts down his chances of getting some def con. He did score though from right back last week. Might go back to O'Shea. Maybe I should go back to my Irish roots, get him back into the team. But Diop probably has more chance of def con. Even Davies could be a shout for an attack and return as well. 2 goals, didn't he score in his last, not the last pre-season game, the one before that. So maybe Davies, probably Diop's just a safer route for def con. I do think Sunderland score. Why don't I have a Sunderland player? You can't fit them all in. Are you going to change the team, or is this the final draft? We'll be changing for sure. Deadline is at half 6. We've got 2 hours 36 minutes to go until the deadline. There will be changes. Don't worry about that. You're gonna have to stay tuned. Solis or Soboslai? Alex, I'm going with Solis. Soboslai just playing a bit more deeper than I'd like. A bit deeper than I'd like. So that's why I'm going for Solis. 6.5. Coventry. One of the boys at work is a Coventry fan. He thinks Arsenal are going to get 2 or 3 tonight. I agree with him as well. As long as Solis is involved, that'll do. Konsa just 4.5. Not sure if he's going to start. Yeah, wait on Konsa for a couple of weeks. Not just yet. Chiro ranks. Niall man, what's up? Long time since I've last seen you, bro. Good to see you as well, Chiro. How was the summer? Did you go on holidays? Let me know what you did. Mateus, he will be announced today. Arsenal fan, I've seen it. Yeah, the Konsa move is done. That just means that it could be 2 or 3 weeks before he gets into the team at all. Do you feel Rodgers is being slightly overlooked? A lot of talk about Wirtz, but I don't see him play 75 plus often. Good point on Wirtz, and we're going to get into Calafiori then and his minutes as well. But on Wirtz, he does get subbed early a lot. 60 to the 70 minute mark, he is being subbed off. And when he does get subbed off, that's when Szoboszlai pushes up the pitch then as well. So Szoboszlai is pretty much nailed for 90 minutes every week. I think it is worth, if I was picking a Liverpool asset, I think I would be going for Wirtz. I think it's worth having the 75 minutes, 60 to 75 minutes of Wirtz in that attacking role, in those positions around the box, than it is Szoboszlai sitting back. I had Szoboszlai for a couple of weeks last season, and he was very annoying watching him. That's when he was playing right back, fair enough, but he was playing very defensively at times then as well. That's why his DEFCON numbers are very up on the right back position. So I wouldn't be looking into Szoboszlai getting DEFCON, and he likes the yellow as well. Yeah, just on Palestra then as well. That's what we were saying. I don't think he's worth the 5.5 million just yet. Maybe game week 4 onwards when the fixtures for Chelsea do get a bit better, but for now not worth it, especially when you can get 5.5 million for Calafiori. Even then as well, fair enough, the Coventry game tonight, Aston Villa game week 2 for Arsenal, no striker for Aston Villa. Villa away is a tough fixture, but I think Arsenal can get something on the defensive front in that game. Right, I'm just going to sort this camera just a small bit, so we're back centered. Lovely, we are back. Right, let's keep going through this. Sully's captain, not enough for the captaincy this week. Definitely not. No, it's between Haaland and Bruno. What's the poll saying there? 62% Haaland. I wouldn't be going for it just yet. Chiro ranks. If you had to choose between Muharamovic plus Mikalenko or Rodon plus Ballard, Rodon plus Ballard there, yeah. That's what I'll be going for. Hey man, good to have FPL and you back. Appreciate that, man. Finished 3rd in India and 424 globally last season. What a rank, good man. Share my team in the next comment for your thoughts. Good stuff. Let's get into it there. Right, 3 minutes to 4. Lovely stuff. How are we looking here? Is it time to open a pack just yet? Right, we're one like away from 30. Once we get 30 likes, we're going to open up our first pack of cards. 87 watching, which is great to see already. Really do appreciate you all tuning in on this Friday evening. I know some of you are probably working. As I said, I took a half day off work to sort this stream, so I really do appreciate you all tuning in. Ballard, what are we saying about Ballard? I think I'm leaning towards him now over Hume. Hey Era, can you please show your bench again and also tell me if this is your final draft or are you going to change it? Many thanks and good luck on this FPL season. Mate is Chia Pisu 7396. The bench is Verbruggen, Gross, Diop and Hume, but we're not locked in on that just yet. Don't worry about that. Hume could easily go. Diop could go back to O'Shea if needed. I'm probably looking at a Gross to Gomez, just with the fact that Gross played 90 minutes, didn't he, yesterday. They still have to get through in that game. Gross's minutes could be managed against Aston Villa. I think he will start. It's just whether or not he's he's going to play the full game. Right, so this is what I'm looking at now. So it's basically 3 players. Question marks around Ndai as well. So he's heavily linked with apparently 3 Premier League teams, and the 3 teams are Man City, Man United, and Arsenal apparently. So if Ndai is heavily linked with another club, maybe he won't play for Everton again. So maybe I might have to go to Ndai to Lafay. I want to have Ndai in the team. Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, United. When you look at that, fair enough, but I know Lafay is on penalties then as well. Sunderland admin was asking the Sunderland players who's going to score first. Hume said he is going to score first, so that kind of made me want to keep him. And then Lafay was saying you need to get him into the team then as well. So we could go from Ndai to Lafay, maybe. But let's see on that. Right, I can just see we've passed 30 likes. Appreciate that. Let's get straight into this first pack. Keep the questions coming in on stream. These are the new Topps Premier League cards for the new season. Let's see who we pack. Are we going to pack a Bruno? Let me just move that down as well quickly so you can all see that clearly. If we pack a Bruno or a Haaland, maybe we should captain them if we do pack them. Right. I can see a player we were already talking about. Right, first off, Tete. I can see Florian Wirtz at the back. Mohamed Kudus. No numbered on that. Let's keep going. Mayenda. Forward. Don't know who that lad is, fair enough. Strand Larson. Already packed Strand Larson a few times now. Off stream. What is this? Yeah, Toure. Absolute baller. He was a baller in FPL. Great asset. Savinho of Man City. Won't be Man City just much longer with him off the Spurs apparently. He could be a good asset in the game. Nitro boost Savinho. And then we have Amin Adli. Nice graphics on that card. Van den Berg, who is set to be sidelined for the next while, so Ayer could be a very nice call at for Defcon. Milambo of Brentford, don't know who that is, and then Florian Wirtz. So maybe that's the FPL gods and the Topps gods. If you are going for Szoboszlai or Wirtz, maybe just go for Wirtz on that. Right, back to the chat here. Where are we gone on the stream? A lot of questions to get through. Lovely, right? Great to see that. Right, where are we gone? Richarlison over DCL. I'm which mid for 5 million. I'm on Gomez for if I was going for a 5 million, I might be going on. We'll see. Richarlison over DCL. No, DCL over Richarlison is what I'll be saying. Here we go again. Alex, good man. Solis plus Maguire versus Shaw plus Szoboszlai. Solis versus Maguire. Yeah, go with that. Adam, am I bench boosting? Yes, don't worry. I will be locking in the bench boost. But if you are bench boosting, don't forget to click bench boost. But yeah, I will be locking it in. What do you think of so many people pushing Shaw? Seen a lot online about it and can't understand it. Going with Shaw, I do think he will start, Sam. If you need, a lot of teams are either 0.5 over or just about, or they're looking for 0.5 to do an upgrade from, let's say, an Ndai to Solis, for example. Going from Maguire to Shaw, that gets you a 0.5. I do think Shaw will start. I just think Maguire is a better FPL asset with the chance of Defcon attacking returns then as well. Shaw won't get much compared to Maguire, so that's why I'm on Maguire myself. But if you need 0.5 spare, there's nothing wrong going Shaw over Maguire if needs be. Footy refined. I know JP is highly owned and it could hurt me, but I just feel that Isak is going to catch fire in the opening 5 game weeks, and it's viable to go Isak and get JP in game week 4 for Bruno Fernandes. Thoughts? Nothing wrong with going against them. The way I play the game is just try and stick to the template as much as possible. Whatever about the template, João Pedro is just in great form. So that's the reason why he's in my team. 7 goals and an assist in pre-season. It is a risk going without him. As long as you have a route back to him in game week 4, fair enough. But I'll be making sure you have JP in your team from game week 4, which you are. But I'd be going Isak. Just with the price tag of Isak, he needs to show me some good form before I even consider him at 9 million. So I'm leaving off Isak for now. But obviously, if you're going to no Haaland draft, you can get Isak in instead of Haaland. But it is a small bit of a risk. What ownership is Isak now? While we're waffling on about him. There's your boy there, True Fair Tommy. Look at me there. Right, where is Isak there? I'm going to have to go into Liverpool, am I? Right, sound. I'm going to guess 20%. 16% ownership for Isaac, fair. He's an alright differential, to be fair. I would just be going on a proven asset in that Man City team, Erling Haaland. Get the money. I know he's a lot of money. He's worth it. Alex, best 5.5 midfield option. If Gross was starting, or sorry, he will be starting. It's just his minutes will be managed this week with that European game, the second leg of that. But I'd be going for Gross if he was nailed on penalties. With Promise David coming into the team for Brighton. I think he's going to be on penalties now, or it sounds like he's going to be on penalties. I think he scored 10 out of 12 penalties, so he probably has a better record than Gross. But if Gross is on penalties, he would be the best 5-minute option in the game. Sangare is a nice one for DEFCON then too. I'd probably be looking towards Sangare. Gomez for a nice punt early on. If you are on your bench boost, get it out of the way. 5 minute on the bench. He can sit there then until I wildcard. Alex, thoughts on Lamans, Calafiori, Virgil van Dijk? Haven't seen Van Dijk in many drafts. Fair. Hume, Solis, Wirtz, Rogers and Buemo, Pedro, DCL, Haaland, Kinski and Dyer, Robinson, Ewick on the bench. Van Ewick. No Bruno. I'm sure you know the risk without going for Bruno, so fair enough. I like the Hume pick if it's on bench boost 1. Rogers and Bremo, Pedro, DCL, Haaland. You have the template front 3 anyway. Solis, Wirtz, Rogers and Buemo. I think you're kind of ticking all boxes there. It's a slight risk going with Rogers. See how he's going to start off early, but he could be a nice pick on that Monday night fixture. Nice no Bruno team. As long as you got him Buemo, you're looking at that captaincy for game of 2, so on and Buemo, I'm assuming. But you're probably looking towards a bench boost there. Probably would go somebody else over Robinson. Even if you want to go Van Ewick to Thomas maybe for DEFCON in tonight's game. Maybe not Robinson. He's not going to be on penalties. Their new striker will surely be on penalties. So maybe you're thinking about Robinson will be on penalties. I don't think so. Semenyo, Rogers, Szoboszlai, or Bruno. Where is Gomez? I'm not sure what you're asking there, USM, but send that in if you can. Jude Pass, can we see the bench there? We have it all up there on screen now. He's not reading YouTube chat, Jude, unfortunately. I am. Don't worry, I am. Rio as a punt over Szoboszlai TK. Maybe not just yet. Szoboszlai is a safe pick. He's a safe pick because he's the highest owned. If you want to go outside of Szoboszlai, maybe you get that 0.5 extra for Wirtz. Right, Annie Kedawan. Game week 1 team with bench boost. Kinski plus Verbruggen, White, Calafiori, Ballard, Shaw, Leif Davies. Nice. Mbuemo, Bruno, Szoboszlai, Semenyo, Solis, Isaac, Pedro, Thiago. Strong front 3. Obviously the no Haaland, but that allows you to have that very stacked midfield. That's a lovely midfield as well. Mbuemo, Bruno, Szoboszlai, Semenyo, Solis. Only thing about that midfield, Annie Kedawan, you're going to have a bench headache next week as well. Who are you going to bench out of those front 8? That's a tough call next week. So keep that in mind. Obviously the bench boost looks great in game week 1 with that team. Game week 2 onwards, you're going to have a bench and headache. Cole, if I'm in wildcard in week 3 after a week 2 bench boost, should I go Brobby over DCL? Forest for DCL, and then who does he have in game week 2? Is it Brentford? Yeah, Brentford at home. Maybe if you're going wildcard in 3, hope that Sunderland gets something against the promoted side Ipswich, and then Fulham at home. Maybe. Ndai or Lafay. Yeah, what I was on about Ndai, I had him in the team all week then as well. I think he will stay. It's just a fact with Lafay, with Ndai, he's apparently heavily linked to leave Everton, but again it's pure rumours, so we need to see if he'll stay or not. Right, let's send this to Connor there. Let's get it up from there. Right, all good then. Let's get back to the chat ASAP. Rocky then. Right. Sound right, there we are. Right, do we go Ben White for Arsenal defender? Min's more secure with Timber out and also injury prone as Calafiori. Yeah, right, we were on about Calafiori, right? The thing with Calafiori, I think he is the pick of the Arsenal defenders now. With that Konsa move, Ben White will be fine for the first couple of weeks. Timber is returning to fitness, returning from his injury. With Calafiori, he is getting subbed off around 60-ish minutes, so as long as he bypasses the 60 minutes, he'll be fine. I do think Calafiori is the pick of the Arsenal defenders. With Ben White, it's that small risk of when Timber is going to be back, but he will be fine the first couple of weeks. If you are looking to wildcard early, there's a route of just taking out White, or going with White and then taking him out in the wildcard. Hincapié will be getting subbed on for Calafiori in the latter stages of Arsenal games, but as long as he gets the clean sheet or bypasses the 60 minutes, I think he's fine. I'm happy to take that risk with his attacking threat. You could double up if you wanted to as well. I was on double Arsenal defence. Maybe I might even go that route yet, to be honest with you. Right, if I go Ben White, let's see now. What does that leave me with? Right, so White 5.5, then I've 9.5, 5. That's not bad. 4.5 could potentially do that as well. Right, so if I go Gomez, interesting. Then I've 4.5 still. Can do that. Could maybe go with that, and then get Rodon in then. Where is Rodon gone? He is, of course, with Leeds. Where is Leeds? There we go. And Rodon. That's another way I could go. If I go double Arsenal, maybe I could. Do we want triple Arsenal, or should I be keeping a spot for Konsa? Do we go Ben White for Arsenal defender, more minutes secure, Timber out? Calafiori is definitely the first pick, but maybe I didn't realise I could afford 2 Arsenal defenders and still get Rodon and still get Gomez. That's something I could be going with then as well. If you want to go Robbie over DCL just for the first 2, yes, and then wildcard in DCL, that's fine then as well. Mario, hope you're keeping well, man. Well, Nilers, going with this. Bench boost week 1. Wildcard week 4, maybe 6, fair enough. Any changes? Verbruggen, Kinski, Calafiori, White, Diop, Rodon, Maguire, Gross, Fernandez, Mbeumo, Solly, Sangare. I like the Sangare pick for the Defcon. JP, Calvert-Lewin, Haaland. Very strong team, very similar to my own. Maybe do we go the double Arsenal route now? Isak, thoughts? If you're going without Haaland, you get Isak. That's literally it. You can't get, if you're going with Haaland, you can't get Isak. So if you're not going without Haaland, you get Isak. That's just the 2 ways about it. Saw Doctor, aloha and a happy new year. FPL game week 1 2026. Happy Christmas to you all. What is happening all? Saw Doctor, let me know where you're watching from. Are you in Galway, lad, or what are you doing? Good to see you back as always, man. Ramos 9248, my 11, send it in there, lad. Zetlin, White for triple Arsenal defence and Lafay, or Williams, Mujramovic and Solis. So White for triple Arsenal defence and Lafay, or Williams, Mujramovic and Solis. I think I probably would want an Arsenal attacker as well. It's going to be absolutely dreadful if I go that Arsenal double up and then Coventry score. But even with the double Arsenal, I do think they have a good chance of getting the clean sheet against Villa as well. White for triple Arsenal, yeah, I'd probably go double and Solis just to get that Arsenal attacker in. 6.5. I think he's fairly nailed. The fact Martinelli was left out of the squad says a lot. Football Edit 7176, thoughts on minutes on double Arsenal, Calafiori and Mosquera for 6 weeks. I'd probably go Calafiori and White. Consa could probably take Consa could probably take Mosquera's place there. They've signed him, so he's going to be playing. It's just whether or not he plays right back or centre back. He can play both, as we've seen with Aston Villa. He can play in the 2 positions. Just don't take my White. If I go with White, I'm strongly considering the Arsenal double defence now. Is Ndiaye nailed despite transfer rumours? That's another thing then as well. I need to decide on that, whether or not I'm going Ndiaye or Lafay. Right, so I've basically four positions to lock in. Goalkeepers I'm fine. Calafiori, Maguire. 5 positions, let's say. I'm not fully locked in on Diop as well. So it's Diop, Mujramovic, Hume, Gross and Ndiaye I need to lock in. I'm pretty set on the other whatever's left then. Other 9 players. Let's see. Yeah, you're putting doubts in my head now on Ndiaye. I saw something on Twitter earlier then as well with him being heavily linked to 3 other clubs, but let's see. Right, good stuff. Good afternoon, mate. Hope you're doing good and ready to start. Excited to be with you for the one more season. Hope you're with me for there loads more seasons, Alexis. But good man, keep the good work. Appreciate that, lad. Good stuff. Great to see you back in the chat. Niall Ella, another Niall. Well, lad, good to be back. Planning on bench boost in game week 1 without Haaland is having Joe Pedro and DCL nailed on my team. Was going to go Yoker as a differential. I think he's a good shout, or anyone else. With Havertz starting last week, I wouldn't be going near Yoker. I wouldn't be going near an Arsenal striker at all. Only attacker be going for is Solis at that price. Even Saka, we're not sure whether or not he's gonna start tonight too. Gyökeres and Havertz, they're not worth the 7.5 million when you can pay 7.5 for Joe Pedro, who is nailed, and even 6 million for Calvert-Lewin. So I wouldn't go near the Arsenal strikers. But if you're going without Haaland, make sure you're spreading that cash around your attack and midfield and load up on premium-ish assets. Ramos 9248, Ruffs, Calafiori, Heaven is an interesting pick. Van Heck, Mbeumo. Oh yeah, it's Van de Ven and Pedro Porro, isn't it? That's out for the first week. So keep an eye on that if you are looking towards Pedro Porro. And a lot of Pedro Porro in their teams, but keep that in mind. All right. Odegaard is an interesting one at 6.5 then as well. He could be a lovely pick. Lovely goal against Man City as well. Showed his class on just calming down. And Mbeumo captain is an interesting one then as well. Sangare, João Pedro, Haaland vice captain. Nice team there. If you can at all, get Heaven to Maguire if you have a couple of money spare. But apart from that, nothing too much wrong with that team. Back in Haaland, even though he's 15.5, yes. As I said, it's easier to have Haaland and get rid of him instead of not going with Haaland. He hauls in game week 1 and then you have to scramble to get him then as well. So yeah, unfortunately, get Haaland into your team. I know he's 15.5, a lot of money. He's got a great record in game week 1. Of course, we can't be living in the past. We're living in the future. But he only had one chance against Arsenal. Was very quiet. He should have scored that one chance. One goal for Haaland, that could be a 9-pointer. So get him in. 36 likes here. Really appreciate that. We've got 102 watching us, which is unbelievable to see on the first game week of the season. 112 now. We're nearly on 50 likes. Keep the likes coming in on stream then as well. We're getting that one step closer to 10k subs. We're on 9,329. Bit of work to do. Again, your support is so much appreciated. If you're that one of the 112 people that are watching us now, just take that second just to click subscribe if you haven't done so. If you have already, I really do appreciate you. But it'll be absolutely classy at 10k subscribers. We're putting in the work. We just need to get over the line. Big season on the way is right. Chiro ranks. Should I be worried about Gross's minutes against Villa? He did play 90 yesterday. Also, which Ipswich defender do you like the most and why? Yeah, that was what I was thinking about Gross as well. With Promise David, he is in training. They might start him. If he is, he'll probably want to get his tally up and running on the goals. Gross probably will give him the penalties if he is on the pitch for the new signing. Don't think what is he? Is he 34, 35? I can't see him playing after he played 90 last night. I can't see him playing 90 at the weekend, then and 90 again. He's too old for that. So maybe it's a 60-minute one against Villa. So have him somewhat rested for the second leg in the European game. So if you are going for Gross, that's what kind of put me off. And with Gomez, he got taken off around 60 to 70 last night. He was pretty poor, to be fair. For 5 minutes on the bench boost, I'm happy enough to have him in the hopes he can nick something then as well. That'd be lovely if he did. But that being said, Gross was a lovely pick for the latter stage of the season last year. So if I had that extra 0.5, I probably would go for him, especially if he was going to be on penalties. It doesn't look like he's somewhat certain to be on penalties. Alexis Gonzalez, Kinski, Williams, Maguire, Ayer, Szoboszlai, Lafay. Wilson is an interesting one. He didn't look great in the United game. Harry Wilson, obviously, he was a great asset last year in FPL. Didn't look great. I'd probably give him a couple of weeks just to see how he gets on in the Leeds attack. But fair enough, you don't have Calvert-Lewin, so that's why you're going Wilson. Fair enough. Williams, Maguire, Ayer, Szoboszlai, Lafay, Bruno Fernandes, Haaland, João Pedro and Brobby for me this game week 1. Nothing wrong with that team at all. Obviously it's a toss-up between Brobby and Calvert-Lewin. You could probably get a Ndai over a Wilson, save yourself 0.5. Wilson is 6.5, isn't he? Maybe save yourself that money with that. Upgrade one of the defenders to a Ballard maybe. But Ayer, with Vandenberg out for the next while, he should be a good route for let's see on clean sheets, any DEFCON any. But yeah, what are we thinking? Havertz or Gyökeres for tonight? Wouldn't go near the Arsenal strikers, as I was saying. Probably Havertz to start. after he did well in the Community Shield. Best 6 million midfielder. If he's staying with Everton, if there's no uncertainty around his future, but there is, I probably would be saying Ndiaye on penalties. Surely he stays. If it's going around this long, surely he does stay. Moyes said nothing about him in the presser. If there's any bit of uncertainty around Ndiaye when we're getting close to the deadline, I think I'm going to swap to Lafay. But for now, it's Ndiaye. I want him in the team. So let's see. Yop, the FPL era, David Meehan, hope all is well, man. Helped me win my mini league last year. Here's hoping for the same this season. Also, where are you gone, David? There, the chat just refreshed there. Right, we have a lot to get through, which is good. Here we go. Was that around the time Robbie Keane was there? I think it was. I've R9 on the back. Ronaldo is what it is. The L fell off, but it's hanging off. If I won't turn around just yet, but yeah, the L is hanging off with it. I'm nearly sure it's the time Robbie Keane was there, right? But yeah, it's a lovely jersey. As I said, favourite jersey in my own collection, and brings me back to the PES days on the PlayStation 2. Playing me brother. Shout out if he's watching that. But yeah, lovely jersey. Pirelli sponsoring then as well. Chef's kiss. Any interest in Shade for the 6 million mid? True, Shade as well. Could be a shout there too. 7 goals for Brentford in the last game. Maybe we're overlooking the Brentford assets. Even Thiago then as well, but I do think Thiago did get lucky with the penalties last year. That being said, he will be amongst the goals then as well, and I kind of have to get by the fact that I don't have him in the team. He definitely hurt my rank a lot last year, but I'm happy enough to leave him off for now. Is Lafay on penalties? He is. He should be on penalties. Yeah, he is. What are we doing? What are you doing with Hume, Gross, and Much? I'm not sure what the Much one is, but Hume and Gross are gone for now. Or was that Muharamovic? Maybe you're asking. Gross has gone to Gomez for now, just to try and save that 0.5. Just skeptical about Gross's minutes after playing 90 last night is all. And that being said, me going Gomez, I think he's probably going to get subbed off around 60 to 70ish anyway. So he needs to sort himself out before then. But that's what I'm on for now. White Calafiori. Maybe I'm reading too much into the Arsenal double offence. If they do get a clean sheet wipeout, that's going to be a tough one to take now. That is going to be a tough one. Let's see. Alright, I need to take a look on Ndiaye. What the story is there. Anyway, right, let's keep this going. Chiro ranks, OCD is actually real, bro. My bench boost says active, but I'm staring at thinking, is it actually active? I know, it's weird that you can't confirm it. You just click active and it's active. But yeah, it's very weird that you can't confirm it. But if you are playing it, make sure you just hit activate, and then it'll be active then. Kevin Turan, hello mate, thanks for sharing. Been in top 10k last season, lovely stuff. Looking forward again this season with your info. Love that, Kevin, good lad. You're always in the YouTube comments on the YouTube video, so I love that, man. Appreciate all the support. Maniac Stark, FPL is back, baby. I want you any good for Game Week 2 bench boost. It is a small bit of a risk if you knew he was going to be starting against Hull. Nothing wrong with going from at all in the first week. If you're favouring the bench boost in Game Week 2, nothing wrong with that either. There's plenty way to navigate the first opening weeks. Tempted to go with Rio over Ndiaye. Thoughts? I'm not fully set on a Liverpool midfielder just yet. Szoboszlai is the template pick. Let's see. Right, Sangare is set to start for Brentford. Right, grand. Not willing to risk Ndiaye as I think he will leave before the window closes. Are we going to face? So, oh my god. Right, that's something to think about as well. What do you think about Havertz? Not worth 7.5. When you compare him to João Pedro, as we were saying, uncertainty around who's going to start between him and Gyökeres, I'd leave it off on the Arsenal attack in front. Just go with Sully's if you want an Arsenal attacker, and see how we get on then. Nearly on 60 likes. Once we hit 60 likes, we'll open that second pack of cards in as well. Sort out this here, do there. Right, let's keep going with the questions. What about Odegaard? Looks good at 6.5 then as well. I'm just going for Solly's. That being said, his goal goals per game ratio, whatever the goal and assist ratio per 90 last season. I know it was the Belgian league, wasn't it? But it was crazy. What about Odegaard? Yeah, fair. Solis is what I'll be saying. Started in Community Shield, even scored a good lineup. And also, what about Odegaard as a midfielder? True. If you want to go for Odegaard, I'm happy enough with Solis. I had him in. Yeah, had him in instead of Szoboszlai. Again, I think I'm pretty much set on going for him over Szoboszlai, to be honest with you. Thoughts on Gakpo, a differential for Szoboszlai and Wirtz owner. I know he's heavily linked with Spurs. I think Gakpo will play like Semenyo at Bournemouth under Areola. Maybe. I know he's heavily linked with Spurs. Maybe that's not happening now. The thing then, without going for Szoboszlai, it gives me a week to look at the Liverpool assets then as well. If I go for Szoboszlai, I'm probably going to be setting him. Let's see how they start off. Wirtz, Gakpo. How much is Gakpo? Let's have a quick look there. While we are on speaking terms about him. Right, Gakpo is 7. Is he worth it? Maybe not at this moment in time. Let's see how they start off though under Areola. New manager bounce, maybe. Goal and assist in his last game, didn't he, Gakpo in pre-season? He could be a shout. Maybe we're overlooking Gakpo and we're just focusing on Wirtz and Szoboszlai. Maybe Gakpo could be a lovely differential there. I have 5.5 for defender, Calafiori. Calafiori, if not, Ben White. If not, then downgrade to Ballard, Maguire, right, Calafiori, White, Maguire is what I'll be saying there for the first couple. Thoughts on Lafay instead of Ndiaye? Maybe I'm getting cold feet on Ndiaye now with all these rumours on Twitter. I don't want to read into it too much. So let's see. Hello, Era. Good to see you back. Are you launching the bench boost this week? I am indeed. Finley, please could you rate my team? It is Verbruggen, Shaw, Calafiori, White, Fernandez, Mbeumo, Lafay, Szoboszlai, Haaland, João Pedro, and DCL. Benches Kinski, Iwobi. Not mad on the Iwobi. Davies is an alright 4 million pick. Van Uwijk then as well. Maybe you go Thomas over Van Uwijk. Depends when you're doing your bench boost. You're not saying it's locked in there, Finney. But Verbruggen, Shaw, Calafiori, White, strong backline there. Fernandez and Mbeumo, Lafay, Szoboszlai, very strong there. And then the template front three: Haaland, João Pedro, and DCL. I'm up in my room here in Galway. We're kind of in like an attic room, so it's absolutely roasting. I think the heat is still on. So give me 30 seconds. I'm just gonna flick it off if it is, and I will be back. 30 seconds, I will be back. There we go. It wasn't even on. So that shows how warm it is in this room anyway. Right, heat's not on, but we're warm anyway. Better to be warm than cold. Back to this anyway. Henry, Kinski, Maguire, Calafiori, Hume, Semenyo, Bruno, Gross, Ndiaye, DCL, Haaland, João Pedro, Subs, Verbruggen, Muharamovic, Brentford, Sangare, drops, touched. Try to bring in Mbeumo or Solis. Question marks around Ndiaye now. Semenyo's good. Again, I was saying go with Mbeumo over Semenyo. And then you can do that move in game week 3 to bring in Semenyo for Mbeumo when the fixtures turn for United. But yeah, that's what we're going for there. Right, 25 past 4. How many are we looking there? Still 102 people watch this, which is unbelievable. I really do appreciate you all tuning in. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, head on down there, please. Click subscribe on the channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. When am I bench boosting this week then as well? Reece James, yeah, somebody was asking me in my Patreon for Reece James. No, leave it off on that. Maybe Palestra in a couple of weeks' time, but no, not worth the money on Reece James. Very similar team to you, not sure for a 4.5 million defender. I'll be going for Rodon there. What are you thinking about Szoboszlai? Yeah, we spoke a lot about Szoboszlai there. He is a template pick. If you want to stick close to the template, I'm happy enough to take a risk without going Szoboszlai, I think anyway. Unless I get cold feet and go back on him to try and stick close to the template, but I'm happy enough to go without Szoboszlai. What about Brobby over DCL? It's a toss up between DCL and Brobby. Just with DCL being on penalties, I was explaining to one of the lads at work why who isn't big into FPL. We're trying to get him into FPL this season, but why you'd pick a certain player over someone for the same price. So we were talking about Ndiaye and Dewsbury Hall. He wanted to go for Dewsbury Hall, but I was telling him you can save some money, go and die, and then dies on penalties, so you have a better chance of putting yourself into the position of getting some attacking returns. So same with Brobby over DCL on penalties. I know Brobby probably has the better fixtures, he does in the first couple of weeks, but DCL on penalties, you're putting in that position. If Leeds get a penalty, you should be putting it away. So that's why I'm leaning towards DCL. Benjamin, Haaland, Isaac, Pedro, Mbuemo, Verts, Semenyo, Ndai, Virgil, Vardiol, Maguire and Kinski. No bench, all cheapest, no chips planned. Any thoughts? Haaland, Isaac, Pedro, Grand, Mbuemo, Verts, Semenyo, Ndai, Virgil, Vardiol, Maguire. Do think you need an Arsenal defender there, Benjamin. Vardiol to Calafiori, all good there then. Fair enough. If you're not bench boosting, that's completely fine. AFC edits. Any changes? Kinski, Verbruggen, Calafiori, Muharamovic, Maguire. I can say that so easily now. Muharamovic, 4.5 minute defender, Diop, Lefebvre, Mbuemo, Solis, Bruno Fernandes, Groves, Pedro, Haaland and Calvert-Lewin. Template team there then as well. You could maybe go for a Muharamovic to a White, which I was considering there. So let's see on that. Stuck in traffic, Galway, late for my haircut. What barbers do you go to Saw Doctor? Let me know. Get into Keelan there in Sanctuary if you don't go to him. He's the best barber in Galway. What is the best Arsenal double defence without Gabriel? I'm on there. Calafiori and White. AFJ edits. Any changes? Kinski, Verbruggen, Calafiori, Muharamovic, Maguire. Yeah, we were saying that. Yeah, sorry. So maybe if you can afford to Muharamovic to a Ben White. I'm not locked in on the Arsenal double defence, but it's something I could be leaning towards. Alright, Coventry tonight. Game week 2 then with Villa then as well. No strikers are saying for Villa. That should probably be 2 clean sheets for Arsenal. So we'll just have to see where we end up on that. We are back. Jack Mulroy, good man, Jack. I told you we weren't sitting out late last night. We're well refreshed for today. Good man, Jack, for tuning in. Good stuff. Start with Ruffs or Lamans. If you've got those 2 keepers and you're not bench boosting, get rid of one. You need to be bench boosting there. Right, good stuff. Grand. Do we go with the Arsenal double defence? That's the question. That is the question. It's just the case then of going in dire Lefebvre. Right, anyway, I'm a bench boost game week 1. I will be, don't worry, we'll be locking that in as well. Rodgers, Soboslai, Ballard, or Verts, Virgil and Sangare. Rodgers, Soboslai, Ballard. Rodgers is a small bit of a risk alongside Verts. Virgil does have the nice fixtures after the Newcastle game. It's hard to say how the Newcastle game is going to go. Newcastle have been very poor in pre-season. But isn't it Nottingham Forest and Ipswich? Nottingham Forest at home, Ipswich away then, isn't it? I'm nearly sure for Liverpool in the next 2 games. So Virgil, I'm surprised he's not in too many teams as well. Virgil, Defcon, that attacking threat from set pieces, as we all know that he has. So I don't mind the Virgil pick at all. Sangara for Defcon. Rodgers, Soboslai, Ballard. I don't think we've seen enough of Rodgers in the Chelsea team just yet. I know he scored, but it was an open goal. So maybe the second one there. I'm a bench boost game week 1. I am. AFJ edits. Any changes there? We got back to you on that one already. Do you think going without Bruno is crazy? Not crazy. Sure, look, everything in FPL, there's method to the madness. If you want to use your money elsewhere to sort out your midfield, that's all good there. If you want to do that, I'm just looking at myself there going down the stairs on the playback. But Bruno, it's just whether or not make sure you're happy enough to go in Wemo captain in game week 2. It has to be a United attacking asset for the captain in game week 2. So if you're not going with Wemo captain, or if you're not going with Bruno, it's going to have to be in Wemo captain. So make sure at least you have Wemo, and we'll see on that then as well. Is Wemo a must? I think for the first 2 anyway he is. Yeah, he definitely is. There's the brother in the chat, Alan, watching on the train to Dublin Niler, hoping this is day 1 of me winning the Toronto League. Good stuff. Good lad. Safe travels, good lad. Shout out to the brother there on the train. Is Mbuemo a must? With him playing up front, I know Sesko's back in the team trainings, but Mbuemo has a fine preseason behind him then as well. I think he's fine for the first 2 weeks. Then we can hop off him. It's about hopping on and hopping off at the right time. You're making your train you're hopping off at the right time, hopping off at the exit. Don't stay on the train too long. Just with Mbuemo, I'm happy enough to have him for the first 2, then can hop off on the Semenyo then as well. And I'm assuming that's when Sesko will come back into the team. If Sesko's in the team, he will be up front and he'll take Mbuemo's position there. But Mbuemo's been playing there all pre-season. I think that's how that's how United are going to start. Rodgers, Szoboszlai, yeah, I think the second one there. Chiro Ranks, what are your thoughts on Ampadu as a gross replacement? Where are we gone here? What Twitter rumours? Who's my captain? Dylan, sorry now we're missing all these. Captain is Haaland for now. But yeah, there's rumours around Ndai that he's heavily linked with three clubs. Where were we on the chat there then as well? It keeps refreshing. There we go. Lefay or Ndai. I'm on Ndai. I need to have a proper think about this before the deadline. Sunderland's fixtures are a lot better than Everton's. Lefay is on penalties then as well. If there's any doubt, which there is around Ndai's future, maybe I should go somewhat safe and go with Lefay. But for now, I'm on Ndai. Let's see where we go. Szoboszlai and Gross or Ballard and Sully's. Ballard and Sully's. I'll be going for there. Why am I bench boosting William? First off, there's no Formalin goalkeeper. Second off, it's good to get it out of the way. Well, sorry, at the same point, with no Formalin playing goalkeeper, I can use a bench boost to get a goalkeeper. Or sorry, I can use my, well, it's not even a wild card. I can use my game week 1 team to sort of playing goalkeeper, get the bench boost done, and then have an early wild card. The way I like playing the game is having my core 11, 12, and then 13 2 subs, all the budget into them, and then have a Formalin goalkeeper that won't be playing this year, unfortunately, and then a Formalin defender who will just be getting minutes. But I like to put all my budget into the core 11, 12, 13. That's why I'm looking towards bench boosts. And again, Coventry in game week 2 isn't a bad shout at all if you want to go with that. I'm just not mad on having 2 to 3 Coventry on my bench each week after the whole game, but that could seriously go pay off if you go with Coventry double defence. Let's say Rushford and a Thomas, it could pay off big time. Robert, good man, Rob in the chat. Best of luck for the season. Bruno captain calling me. Exactly, nothing wrong with that if you are going for Bruno Fernandes. It's just a fact. Any other week, we'd all be captain and Bruno. It's just it's a close call between Haaland and Bruno. I'm on Haaland for now, as we were saying. Zachary, Rodgers, Szoboszlai, Ballard. Yeah, we're the second one there, Zachary, if that's all right. Palmer or Rodgers? If you have the money, go with Palmer. That being said, I'm assuming if you're going for Palmer, that means you're not going for one of Bruno or Haaland. So go for Palmer, probably would there do, yeah, on penalties as well. So yeah, I'd get him into the team if you're not going for one of Haaland or Bruno. Mateus, what about Odegaard as a midfield pick instead of double Arsenal defence? Nothing wrong with if you want to go for double. I'm not fully locked in, or wouldn't go towards, sorry, I'm not fully locked in on the Arsenal double defence, is what I was saying. I am locked in on Sully's. I just wouldn't be going on the Arsenal double defence in midfield, because there's loads of lovely midfield options. I think one attacking midfielder for Arsenal is fine, and the midfield options are lovely outside that, so maybe go back towards the defence. Laza 81, Verbruggen, Gabriel, Maguire, White, Solis, Szoboszlai, Mbeumo, Ndai, Bruno Fernandes, Richarlison, João Pedro. Bench boost is Kelleher, Isak, Ballard, Muharamovic. So Kelleher, Isak, Ballard, fair enough. No, Haaland is a big question mark then as well. Even Richarlison, I'm not sure I'd be going for Richarlison. Brentford, I know they're missing Van den Berg, but they'll still be good. They were a great team last year under Keith Andrews. I do think they'll still have another big season then as well. So Verbruggen, Gabriel, okay, with Gabriel as well, okay, interesting. Solly, Szoboszlai, Mbeumo and Ndai. Look, it's a good team. No Haaland, you have Bruno Fernandes at least, you have Mbeumo. If you're set on the no Haaland, that's fine. Can leave it off at that then as well. Nothing wrong with that. Musa, I'm looking for a game of 2 bench boost. What would be a good goalkeeping pairing? No Raya, Rushworth and right. Who's the second week of fixtures? How are they looking for the transfer clean sheet? Rushworth anyway for Coventry against Hull, and Trafford is too expensive at 5. Even Ruffs is 5, isn't he? Maybe Petrovic, maybe some save points. Maybe that's what I go if you're not going with Raya. Go with that. Szoboszlai and Ayer or Ballard and Solis. Vinny, Ballard and Solis. Heat on in August. No heat on in August, Joe. Well, we do sometimes to dry the clothes, but I thought it was on. It's just very warm up in this attic room. Good sign of insulation anyway. We won't be cold in the winter, but we're warm now. Kinski, Verbruggen, Calafiori, White, Maguire, Rodon, Diop, Lefay, Mbeumo, Solis, Bruno, Gomez, Pedro, Haaland, DCL. Thoughts on that? Very template then as well. You're on the double arse on the fence like myself. Is that the same team as me actually? Oh no, Lefay over and die. I could be going Lefay myself here then as well. AFC Ryan, why is bench boosting so popular this week? I don't see the matchups that would warrant this. Again, we're going back to what I was saying, the no playing 4 minute goalkeeper. I think it's the fact as well that Aston Villa are shy enough on the attacking front. Watkins, uncertainty around him. Maggio is injured then as well. No minutes for Watkins, I should say, sorry, since the World Cup. Didn't really get any minutes in the World Cup anyway. But that's why people are leaning towards the bench boost, because of that fixture for Brighton, for Bruggen as well. Kinski then too. It's just getting it out of the way and then sorting out the team then, as we were saying then as well. Hi Air, I'm your follower from Malaysia. I've been following you for 4 years now. Safe Ula Diazis. I appreciate that, man. Really do appreciate that. 4 years is some going. Honestly, do really appreciate the sport, man. And love, big love from Ireland to Malaysia. Good lad. Brian Cody 7876. Saboslai and Gomez are Ndiaye and Lefay. Ndiaye and Lefay maybe. If Ndiaye is staying in here. I want to see these rumours. Why are they coming off, or why are they peeping out now? I feel like everyone is bench boosting game week 1. They are indeed, yes. Alright, let's give that a little share there. I'm trying to look for Ndiaye news. Anyway, we've 2-ish hour and 50-ish to go until the deadline, so all good there. Connor Ryan, opinions on Mbeumo captain. Nothing wrong with it if you want to go. He will be playing up front. Hull City, he could be a lovely differential to start off. Maybe we need to bypass Haaland and look towards even Bruno Fernandes and Mbeumo, but if you want to go for it, nothing wrong with that at all. Saka, Owen Finn in the chat. Solis is my man, Owen. Nothing wrong with Saka if you want to do for it. He schooled Vardy in the Community Shield, put him on his arse in the first half, Saka, but I don't think he's worth that. What is he, 9.5, 10, isn't he? Solly, save yourself a lot of money there. That he looks to have that left wing role under his belt now after that pre-season. But Martinelli apparently wants to fight for his spot. Maybe it could be rotation between him and Solly's. I'm happy enough to take the risk on him. Thoughts about Kluivert? I think there's he is going to be in penalties, isn't he? I think there's too much uncertainty around that Bournemouth lineup then as well. They do have a few injuries. A lot of their players are gone then too. No, I think there's better options in around that price point instead of Kluivert, so go with that instead. Giorgio, good luck, top content as always, Giorgio, appreciate that. Cheers for hopping in, good lad. Diop or Davies for the attacking returns. Diop for the DEFCON potential if you do want to go that route then as well. Maybe you're playing it safe with the DEFCON like myself there too. 2 points, I'd be happy enough with that, even if they concede against Sunderland. If he gets 3 points on a bench boost, it's grand. Nothing to write home about. It's fine. Which striker starts for Spurs? It is going to be Richarlison, but I wouldn't go near them. Mbeumo captain brace inbound Ronan. I'd love it if he did. I would love it. Why you bench boosting? Yeah, we went through that already, so all good. United Dino, is bench boost 2 still a good strategy? Got double Coventry defence, Petrovic and Gross. Nothing wrong with the Coventry defence. It's a big risk. Even last year, again, we all know about, or you should all know about me, 35-point bench boost last year. I just got extremely lucky. I went double Burnley defence. They kept a clean sheet against Leeds, I think it was. And I got a Mukulele 17-pointer then as well, along with a Caicedo 1-pointer. Started off horrifically, and then Burnley got their double clean sheet with Dubravka and Esteve, and then Mukulele got the 17-pointer. But with the bench boost, it's just pure luck. Hull could easily get a crappy, scrappy goal from a corner or whatever, but I don't dislike it. If you want to go double Coventry defence, go with it. I think the last 3 meetings between Coventry and Hull were 0-0. The last 2 I think were anyway, maybe the last 3. If you get your 0-0 with your double Coventry defence, you're absolutely laughing. And if it all depends how Brighton get on against Aston Villa tomorrow, if they keep a clean sheet or not. Robertson for assists or Van Heck for DEFCON. Rodon, and then go with Van Heck. Rodon for your attacking bits for the 4.5, and then go with Van Heck for DEFCON then if you want to pay for your 5 minutes on that. But I would go Maguire over Van Heck if you can. What are your thoughts on Jack? Yeah, I was saying maybe leave it off on the Liverpool defenders until we know how they're going to start off the season. Newcastle away isn't the easiest of fixtures. I know Newcastle have been very poor But yeah, let's see. What are your thoughts? Yeah, all good there. And is double Arsenal defence needed before a wild card, 4 or 6? Where is that gone there? I'm just going for 1, and then Consa is a starter. I'll bring them in. Yeah, double Arsenal defence. I think it's fine up until a wildcard then as well. I'm looking at a 4 or a 6 wildcard myself. Maybe I should leave an Arsenal spot open if Consa's coming straight into the team. But sure, look, I'm happy-ish on the Calafiori and White. So let's see. Yeah, but Consa, if I'm wildcarding 4 to 6, it gives me time to see how Consa's in that Arsenal lineup. 4.5. He's going to be in everyone's team if he's starting in that Arsenal defence, which he should be if they're paying that much for him. Sam, do you go right up to the deadline to confirm your team? 100% will crash today. Close to it, you would imagine. My anxiety could never. Yeah, right up to the deadline, Sam. We 2 years ago, we were locking in a free hit team. Was it Christmas Day or St. Stephen's Day? I think it was St. Stephen's Day, yeah. And the website crashed. I couldn't lock in a free hit. Website crashed for a lot of managers, but there's always a risk of it happening. But yeah, you have to be calm and collected on these streams. Even if the website crashes, you have to go straight to the phone and try and sort it on the phone then as well. I'm going to do Mbeumo to Szoboszlai or Wirtz in game week 3. Nothing wrong with that. Probably going to be Semenyo for myself, as we were saying. But yeah, nothing wrong with that if you want to go that route. Mandeep, Gill, Wirtz plus Shaw or Szoboszlai plus Maguire. Maybe Szoboszlai plus Maguire there, yeah. Maguire, more chance of death on attacking returns. Wirtz and Szoboszlai is somewhat even. Wirtz is probably the more attacking threat, but with Szoboszlai on set pieces, maybe it might cancel each other out. Ronan Corey, Jim Curley, I'm hoping you're taking tips. There we go. He's in the Work Money League anyway, Ronan. If you want to join it, Ronan, actually, I'll send you the code after for the Smiths League. Ballard or Muharamovic. If you have Rodon, you can go with Ballard. Muharamovic looks pretty good though for Defcon then as well. Yeah, let's see where we're going on that. Salah, Kinski plus Wirtz or Lamans plus Szoboszlai have shades, so don't want to have Kinski since they're facing each other, yet feel Wirtz is more exciting. Kinski plus Wirtz or Lamans plus Szoboszlai. Lamans plus Szoboszlai there. Again, Wirtz and Szoboszlai are somewhat equal anyway. Lamans better chance of a clean sheet against Hull than Kinski of keeping one against Brentford. So that's what I'll be saying there. Just the Lamans pick evens it out there, or puts the Lamans and Szoboszlai ahead there. Keith Kern has having no Liverpool players at risk early on in case they haul. Anyone can haul, Keith, I suppose. It is a bit of a risk not going with Szoboszlai. Maybe I should be, just to stay close to the template. I'm happy enough to go against him. It could be a mistake. I'm seeing a lot of people here having Wirtz or Szoboszlai. If I was to get an extra 1 million, it would have to be going White down to Muramovic and yeah, White down to 4.5 in Ayer if I want to get Szoboszlai. That's the only way to get that sorted. Right, a 4:45. We're still going here. Good stuff. Do you think you'll get Ben White? Do Ben White to Consa in game week 3? That's another risk. Will he play Ben White? Or sorry, will he play Consa beside Gabriel, or will he play Consa right back? Let me just see Ben White's minutes over the pre-season. Ben White. Let me have a look at this. Right, matches. Played the full 90 against City. Against Como. Didn't start, but fair enough. It was a bit of a wishy-washy Arsenal team there. Against Dortmund. Started. How many minutes did he play? Where is Ben White? Played 78 fair, so he's getting minutes under his belt. Against Betis, did he start? He did. Got taken off fair. Girona got an assist. Yeah, he does have some attacking threat. Why you bench? Yeah, we were on about the benches already. Where did you finish last year? 34k overall was where I finished last year. Was hoping to get a top 20k towards the end of the season. Went Mo Salah over Bruno Fernandes on the last day, which wasn't the greatest decision in hindsight, and that kind of put me down to the 30k ish rank. So yeah, you can see that on screen there. Some of my best finishes: 1 top 9, 1 top 11, 2 top 16s. So if you are still watching, you haven't clicked subscribe, and you're enjoying the stream, take that 1 second out of your day, go down there, click subscribe on the channel. we are trying to hit 10k, as I've said it a few times before. But yeah, do that if you are enjoying it. Is Shaw cert to start, Jack? I think he's fine to start. If yeah, I think he is. If you have the money, go with Maguire. But I'd if you need 0.5, nothing wrong with going Shaw if you have to there as well. Adam, Verbruggen, Leif Davies, Van Uyck, Gross on bench. Should I bench boost? Probably not with that one. Even if you did Gross to Gomez, you could upgrade Van Uyck to 4.5 and Rodon. The fact he's playing Arsenal, then that's a bit of a better bench boost. Then is do I do deadline streams every week? Jinx, I do, of course. Make sure you're here every deadline stream. Yeah, every deadline we do a deadline stream, of course. Yeah, so next Friday again. I've the day booked off work next Friday to sort of deadline stream then as well. So make sure you get involved and come around every week. We'll be doing one every week. Yeah. Hallett, can you rate my team? I've Kinski, Rushford, Shaw, Van Uyck, Thomas, Calafiori and Hume, and Buemo, Semenyo, Solis, Fernandez and Slater. DCL, Haaland and João Pedro. Bench boost in 2, fair enough. Yeah, I was thinking when you were going to do it with Rushford in the team and Van Uyck and Thomas. Wow, so triple Coventry defence. If you get your clean sheet there, you're absolutely laughing there. All good. Muharamovic or Nico Williams, probably Muharamovic there, or you could even go Nico Williams and then you're Rodon. As long as you have one Leeds defender. Leeds look good against Man United, they did. Rodon was very attacking then as well. What the Leeds manager was calling him, Joe Salah, in the positions he took up. Should have had an assist for Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin had a chance, good save from, I think it was me who was on goals for the second half, and had a little flick on from a throw-in where Leeds could have got something then as well. So he does have some aerial threat from set pieces. We saw last year then as well, he was getting a few goals from corners then as well. So he's not a bad shout at all. Good man, Ronan. I'm just getting that in me watch. Right, he needs the code here for the thing, so we'll send it here. Won't say what that message said, don't worry. Smith's code or my own one. Right, Robbie, Haaland and Calvert-Lewin up front. Thoughts on that? You need to have João Pedro. Ndai is staying. Good if he is. I think I'm going to stay with him. So on that could, I have a few decisions to make whether I'm staying on the Arsenal double defence or not. No Sunderland defence, maybe a bit of an issue. Ukulele, my man, 5.5. Okay, right, we'll send this to Ronan. KS2E73. Right, double Arsenal defence or double Man United defence. Double Arsenal defence, that's what I'll be going for there. Bench boost 2, Hallett though. If you're going for triple Coventry, I hope you get that clean sheet. That'll be minimum 18 points on the bench boost. Then you'd be absolutely laughing at that. Is that a money league? No, it's not, Ronan. Free to enter. Right, all good there. Robbie, Haaland and Calvert-Lewin. No João Pedro. I think you're cutting yourself short there. Will Ahmed start? Hard to know. Wouldn't be going from an FPL, definitely not, no. Are you bench boosting? Bench boost active, it will be active, yeah. Verbruggen, Gross, Leif Davies, Van Uyck. If you downgrade Gross to Gomez, you can upgrade Van Uyck to a 4.5 in Rodon, as we're saying there. So maybe go with that. Mateus, I'm depending on you. Please don't switch it up last minute, please. I might. Yeah, be warned. I could easily switch it up. Yeah, don't worry about that. Well, you're gonna have to worry about it, but yeah, I could easily. I'm locked in on bench boost. I will be on bench boost. Yeah, captain in Bruno or Mbuemo. Bruno. With that being said, Bruno said he's going to be assisting Mbuemo, so yeah, maybe go with that. Bench boost active. It will be. I will be on the road to the mountains with some friends. Hope I have signal to watch your stream. Appreciate that. Just leave us on loud. You don't need to watch it or come back later on. All good. Stay safe on the mountain if you are climbing it. Good stuff. Am I leaving Hume out? The more I look into him, the more attractive option he is. Sam. He's fine for the first game. He is a bit of a risk then thereafter. If I knew he was going to play a right wing, I'd be locking him in on the team there. But just to the fact there's some slight doubts on whether he will be playing right wing or right back. Mukulele and Alderete are back from the press conferences. Sunderland are pretty much going to be full strength, only barring Adingra. So it might be harsh enough to leave Hume out if if they are fully strength. If they are full strength. Thoughts on Morgan Gibbs White? Don't think he's worth 8 million, especially when you can get him Mbeumo for the same price. Maybe in the latter stage of the season or after the first 4 or 5 weeks. But for Mbeumo, then Semenyo in around that 8.5 million mark is what I'll be going for there. Greatest part 1, I'm on bench boost. And where are you gone there? I'm on bench boot. Where are you gone? I'm on bench boost 1 and free hit 3, so I'll be free hitting into City at home and Coventry. That's something I could be doing as well when Arsenal plays Chelsea as well, with a planned wildcard 6. Last decision is Rodgers or Wirtz, and I'm struggling with it as they have similar fixtures. So I'm on bench boost 1 and free hit 3 with a planned wildcard 6. Last decision is Rodgers or Wirtz, and I'm struggling with it as they have similar fixtures. Maybe with the fact that everyone's going for Liverpool attackers, maybe you cover yourself with Wirtz. Again, I'm not going for one there. Could be a risk, but maybe just Wirtz. Is this your final team? No, it's not my final team. An hour and a half to go until the deadline, so a lot can change yet. What's your strategy? Use bench boost chip today. I've prepared my 15 players more or less similar to yours, but ensure to bench boost in game week 1 or game week 2. Yeah, I'm pretty much locked in the bench boost now. It's just what players I sort in there. I'm a bench boosting, I am. Ericy, hello FPL era, joined not long ago. What's the rationale behind bench boost in game week 1 and your thoughts on dropping Bruno for a premium forward and a premium Liverpool midfielder? I wouldn't get rid of Bruno. I'd have him, just especially with the first 2 fixtures. Hull and Ipswich, fair enough if you can get rid of him thereafter, but I wouldn't be getting rid before the first 2 games. Bench boost in game week 1 just means you can get it out of the way. It is an annoying chip, just having it there, then getting rid, and yeah, all good then. But no, I'd keep Bruno Fernandes. You can probably fit in a Wirtz and a Saba side beside Bruno anyway, but a premium forward, you have your Haaland, you have your João Pedro. You can still afford these with Bruno on the team then as well. So that's what I'll be going for there. What is the strategy for next game week if you bench boost now? Team is well set up for next game week then, so double Arsenal, Maguire, Rodon, Diop on the bench, Ndai, Bruno, Mbeumo, Solis, João Pedro, Calvert-Lewin, Haaland. Team is well set up for next week then as well, so all good on that. Welcome back, lads. Same team bar I've got Odegaard instead of Solis. Arsenal fan here. Odegaard is back. Trust. Fair enough. Nice team there. So Odegaard against Solis. I hope the 2 of them return today. They can set up each other. All good there. If you had to pick one, Bruno or Haaland, and why? Just with the captaincy, I suppose. With Haaland, if you're not going Bruno, you can have Mbeumo, so you can captain Haaland this week and then have Mbeumo next week. That's how you get around it. So maybe Haaland over Bruno. Just is White locked in to start tonight? He's not locked into my team just yet. I do think it's worth going the double arse on the fence. So let's see. Right, I'm just having a quick scroll here. See, is there any news on the timeline? Right, grand. Michael H. I've got Raya, Vardiol, Calafiori, Shaw, Szoboszlai, and Mbeumo, Cunha, Solis, Isak, Haaland, and JP. Benches Kinski, Van Uwijk, Thomas, Andrews. Going triple Coventry for the bench boost in game week 2. Risk and no Bruno. Fair. You know yourself the risk and going without Bruno. If you know, that's grand. You're setting yourself. It can go either way anyway as well. So no worries on that. Right, how are we looking here? Yeah, haven't I? Ballard over. I think I have to have Maguire. No, João Pedro is a big risk, to be honest with you. Anyway, what is the strategy for next? Yeah, all good there. Captain is going to be Haaland. Is this your final pick? No, not yet. We're getting close to locking it in, but not yet. I need to decide on the double Arsenal if I'm going with that or not. So let's see. Right, Shane F, where are you gone? Thoughts? Is Canvo good? He should be alright for DEFCON. I think there's better picks. Murhamovic 5, Rodon even 4.5. Not mad on the Crystal Palace defender, so maybe I'd leave it off on that one. Yeah. Shane F 839. Thoughts? Lamans, Verbruggen, Shaw, Hume, Calafiori, Rodon, Diop, Rodgers, Solis, Mbeumo, Szoboszlai, Wilson, Isak, Pedro, Haaland. bench boost I'm sure is active there. Nice team there. Rodon, Calafiori, Hume, Shaw, Rogers, Solis, Mbeumo, Wilson, Szoboszlai. Not mad on the Wilson pick anyway, but the fact you don't have Calvert-Lewin, that's where you're going Wilson, fair enough. No Bruno Fernandes, you know yourself, is a risk if you're going without it. Fair enough, all good. Why is bench boost a no save for a double game week? There won't be a double game week in the first half of the season, so you're going to have to use it early on. So get it done early on if you can. Save it for another week if you want. There's not going to be a double game week. Don't forget you get 2 loads of chips. One in the first half, one load in one half, second load in the other half after game week 18-19. So you're going to have to play them, and the odds there isn't going to be a double game week in the first half. So get that done. Right, all good here. Maguire or Ballard? Maguire for the first 2 anyway. Will Gomez play or Hinchelwood? The 2 of them should play. I don't think Hinchelwood played last night, so that should mean he's fine to play tomorrow. Let me just have a look on Hinchelwood again. Maybe they were keeping him for the Villa game. He came on, so was it last night? Yeah, Gross was in the number 10 role. Hinchelwood came on with 12 minutes to go, so Hinchelwood will be fine. I think Gomez is fine to play as well. Gomez come off around the 68 minutes, so a decent rest for him then as well, so I think he's fine. Greatest part, no City players for me, but free hit into them in game week 3. Last decision is Wirtz versus Rodgers, and I'm struggling with it. Already have both Isak and João Pedro. Wirtz versus Rodgers, maybe Wirtz, just. Saki bench boot, and then if you're wildcarding in 4, let's say, load up on the Chelsea lads then. Saki bench boost and free hit 3, Raya, Gabriel, Nico Williams, Maguire, Wirtz, Foden. Foden is a big punt. I haven't seen him in any team so far on this stream. Solis, Bruno Fernandes, Isak, João Pedro, Bobby, Kinski, Ndai, Xhaka, Diop. 1 million in the bank suggestions. So Raya, Gabriel, don't think it's worth going Raya and Gabriel. Raya, Gabriel, Nico Williams, fair enough. Maguire, Wirtz, Foden, Solis, Bruno, Isak, JP, Brobby. No Haaland is a big risk there, Sakib. You know yourself the risk without going for Haaland, so just be prepared for that. But it could easily go the way you want it as well if he doesn't return against Bournemouth. You're starting off well there, but I would keep him in the team. Fair enough if you don't want to. Nothing wrong with that team then. Obviously you've got Foden there for City attack. Anyway, it's fine. Just no Haaland is all. There's no right or wrong answer for Haaland for going without Haaland. We won't know until game week 3, game week 4. Hi Eric, keen for another. Where are you gone there? Sorry man. Hi Eric, keen for another season. Do you prefer Szoboszlai and Rodon or Ndai and Vardiol? I prefer Ndai and Rodon, to be honest with you. If you're going for a 5.5 million defender, Ndai and Calafiori, or Ndai and White, like I have in the team there then as well. GUFC 98 for Bruggen, Mosquera, Gabriel, Hume, Bruno, Solis, Mbeumo, Shade, Gross, Haaland and DCL. Join your league. Good stuff. GUFC 98 for Bruggen, Mosquera. Just be warned of Mosquera. Konsa coming into the team then as well. It puts White's minutes at risk then as well. I know I've got White in the team there, but just keep that in mind. Mosquera could be pushed out with Konsa coming in, but Hume, I like the Hume pick. I had him in for the last 1 or 2 weeks anyway. I've since moved him out for Rodon. Probably can't go full risk with Hume in there, and then even with White-ish, you know. So I'm sticking with Rodon. He can play if needs be. But apart from that, good team. I like the Kevin Shada pick then as well. Solis in capitals means he's going to get a haul, is it? Gross, be warned on Gross then as well. He played 90 minutes last night. He mightn't play. He could get 60 to 70 against Villa. He's getting old, 34, 35, so he can't be playing 90 minutes. He can't be playing 3 90 minutes over the space of a week and a bit, so keep that in mind. Or over the space of a week really. And even last night, 90. Is the game Sunday or is it Saturday? If it's Saturday, that's a very quick turnaround. No, it's Sunday, fair. 2 o'clock on Sunday, so an extra day at least for Gross, but then need to have the European game again during the week as well. So keep that in mind is all I'll say on Gross. Are you going to play Gross thereafter this week? Maybe, maybe not. That's why I've Gomez for 5 million. He can sit in the bench for as needs be as 5 million. He's alright to sit there. Who are you going for if you decide not to go double arse on the fence? If I don't go double arse on the fence, I can go Rodon and Ballard and have 0.5 to mess around with then as well. Shaw, good to start. Jack, yeah, get him into the team if you. I would suggest going with Maguire. If you can't get to Maguire, just get Shaw, and at least you've got a route into the United defence there as well. Right, good stuff. Sound. Right, 5 o'clock. What are we saying? 5 o'clock, an hour and a half to go until the deadline. We're getting into the business part of the stream now. So let's see. Captain Mbeumo or Bruno? Bruno joined about people should have captain. Bruno joked about people should have captain Bruno. True. He is going to be setting him up. Again, we're on about the two United lads. Get the two of them in for the Ipswich and Hull game. Then you can probably offload Mbeumo. I'll be keeping Bruno. Let's see. I don't want to jinx it as well, but I'm looking to keep Bruno for the season. I know he won't get the numbers that he got last year, especially with us back in the Champions League. But I think he is worth the 12 million. I'm happy enough to have him. He's a captain pick any week if you wanted to. GUFC 98 for Bruggen, Mosquera, Gabriel, Hume. Yeah, join your league, good man. Nothing wrong with that. It's just the Mosquera pick in defence is right. Dimitar Georgiev, lovely name, love that. Dimitar Georgiev 7, captain Mbeumo or Bruno. Yeah, sorry, Bruno on penalties. I know he's missed 2, but I'll be putting myself in that position where I have a chance of getting more points if you know to get a penalty. Josh, Raya, Gabriel, Maguire, Calafiori. So triple Arsenal defence. Wow. Ndiaye, Bruno, Lafay, Semenyo, Gibbs White, Thiago, Pedro, bench for Bruggen, DCL, Ballard, Diop. Definitely a different way of playing it. Nothing wrong with that team at all. Just with Morgan, Gibbs White, maybe going Mbeumo over Gibbs White. And to be honest with you, that's not a bad no Haaland team at all. Obviously, the risk without going Haaland is there then too. Why White over Mosquera? Just because Konsa is on the way then as well. Honda lad, congrats on winning our mini league last. Pick us apart. I'll have to send you a message there after that. I haven't looked at how much you sent me, but we'll chat after. I'll probably be sending that back to you. Don't worry on that. Am I Haaland captain? I am, yeah. He's getting old, the 35-year-olds in the chat. I'm not far off 35, Sam. Don't worry, I'm 29. 30 next year. Bench boost active. Kevin Sharan it is. Yeah, have Gomez, Ndiaye, Fernandez, Solis and Shade as midfield. Forward I have Haaland, JP and Thiago. Thoughts? Would you bench boost defence? I have White, Shaw, Calafiori, O'Shea, Ayer and goalkeeper Lamans and Verbruggen. I would there, yeah. Have Gomez, Ndiaye, Fernandez, Solis and Shade as midfield. Yeah, you can bench boost that team for sure. Definitely, yeah. Best 6 million option. Keep up the great work. Appreciate that, man. Wilba. I'm on Ndiaye. Lafay is a good option then as well. I'm going with Ndiaye. Not locked in, but I'm on Ndiaye for now. Right, we need to see, do we get any leaked lineups as well? An hour and a bit to go until the deadline. Few new subs on screen there. I really do appreciate that. That is great to see. The support over pre-season has been absolutely class. 111 people watching us. We're nearly on 100 likes on stream. If you haven't clicked like, go down there please, click like on stream. And if you haven't clicked subscribe on the channel, head on down there please, click subscribe. We're still going there where we are, yeah. The screen just went all black there for a second, but I think we are fine. Keep the questions coming in then as well. Great to see 111 people watching us on game week 1. As Ryan is saying there, we are so back is right. Rice versus Mbeumo versus Rodgers. Mbeumo to start off, yeah, I wouldn't be going there. Rice, Mbeumo, Rodgers, Rice in that order, yeah. Opinions on Ryan for bench boost 2 as a differential. Not mad on him. They're playing Everton, aren't they? Bournemouth. Let me just double check that. Yeah, not fully mad on him, to be honest with you. As a differential, you could probably go Lafay. Who is he really a differential now? Maybe not. No, I'm not mad on Ryan. If you want to go from. Even if you want to go Clivert because he's on penalties, maybe that's the route you go then as well. Double Arsenal defence isn't worth going for, in my opinion. Fixtures after Coventry, they will concede. So the only reason I'm looking at double Arsenal defence is because Villa next week, they've no striker. I know Villa away from home isn't the easiest of fixtures, but Villa are somewhat timid in attack by the looks with Maggio injured. Watkins, I'm not sure what's going to happen with him then as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal get a clean sheet there. Team walk update. Here we go. So no Bruno Guimaraes, no Gabriel Jesus, no Gabriel Martinelli, no Reece Nelson, no Fabio Vieira, no Ezri Konsa. Okay, good. So that means Solis should be fine to start tonight then as well. Right, let me just send that into the Patreon there. Right, let's have a look. Where are we going with this? Team news. There we go. Good news for Solis. What's your thoughts on bringing in Solis for Sangare? I'd go with that, yeah. Taking in Solis for Sangare, yeah. Best 4.5 million defenders. Rodon, Shaw if you can't get to Maguire, and another 4.5. Maybe Ayer for DEFCON starting off with Vandenberg. He won't be getting many clean sheets, I don't think, but DEFCON is a big part of the game now. We all know that. And Ayer has good returns on the DEFCON, so don't worry on those. Right, 5:10. Good stuff. Right, we're on 86 likes. You know what? When we hit 100 likes, sorry, I said we'd do it on 70. When we hit 100 likes, we'll open up the next pack of cards. I should have some more during the week then as well for next Friday's deadline stream. And if we, do you know what? If we pack someone, I'm not sure. Are there numbered? Are there autograph ones? If we pack one, I'll give it to one of you who subscribes on the channel. That's if we pack one, of course. The odds of that is somewhat low, but you have to be in it to win it, I suppose. Right, where are we going in here? Thoughts on Gakpo or Szoboszlai? Gakpo, if Gakpo is nailed, if he's not going to Spurs, he could be a great pick at 7. Someone was saying there earlier, Areola could have him as his own Semenyo at Liverpool, maybe. I'm going to give the Liverpool lads a couple of weeks maybe to assess my options then as well before I lock in on one. Maybe it could be too late though. We'll see. What I'm on about it, the prize league code there on screen, KS2E73. Free prize league to enter. All you have to do is click subscribe, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Get entering the league there if you can. Oh, McDonald, how much would you pay for an extra 3 million game week 1? How much would you pay for an extra 3 million game week 1? I don't think in real money terms, I wouldn't even want to bring that into FPL, the pay to play stuff. No, I know the fantasy challenge, wasn't it? Or not the fantasy challenge, it was like a different game mode. You had to pay a $5 each week, or was it a $5 to play it? Hypothetically maybe a tenner, but I wouldn't want the pay to play aspect. Fair enough, entering money leagues to play, but that's over the season, not for a 1 week. It probably kind of brings the gambling element into it. I know money leagues are somewhat gambling, but it's over the course of a full 38 game week season. 0.5 in the bank, bench boost active, need a Thomas Coventry replacement of 4 million, 4.5 million Rodon. That's what I'll be going for there. Thoughts on Robertson as a pick? If you already have Kinski, no point going Robertson, no. So Kinski's enough there. Robinson isn't a bad shout at 4.5. He will get some attacking returns, but Rodon is what I'll be going for there. Why did you replace Hume and Gross? Just with Gross playing 90 minutes last night, Patrick Gomez came off around 68. He'll be fine to start that game. Hume was probably a risk later on. He's definitely a good shout for the first week. I'm going with Rodon for now. Jack Glover, what's happening tonight? Is this your confirmation team? No, we're not confirmed on this team yet. I'm not locked in on the Arsenal double defence. Could have a few more changes then as well, so let's see. Thoughts on Mukalele, Maguire, Vardiol, Rodon and Diop at the back playing bench boost. Thanks, Niall. Not fully locked in on or wouldn't be going towards Vardiol. I know he's my doppelganger, but no, I wouldn't be going Vardiol. Calafiori over Vardiol there, Linda. Get that sorted, get that change there. Jack Ray, hope all is well. Is Ben White more long term than Mosquera, or will White play a lot? It's hard to know where Konsa's going to fit in. Is Konsa going to fit in the right back position? I think it's between Timber. I want to see how far Timber is away from returning. Let's see. Timber, what's the latest updates on Timber? Arteta says Timber is still not back training with the group yet. Rice and Saka are both fit to be involved. Right, so that probably gives us, apart from Gabriel, are there any Arsenal defenders risk-free? Mosquera, Konsa incoming, White, Timber in training. If Konsa's coming, does that put White at risk? We're assuming White is safe until Timber is back. Yeah, I think it's White's spot to lose anyway. and Timber hasn't returned to training at least, which is good to see. Right, keep going on this. Team locked. But Jack, hope all is well. Is Ben White more long term than Mascara, or will White play a lot? I think with White, he's probably a bit more safe than Mascara. They've paid, was it 52 million for Konsa? If that's what they're paying, he's gonna be playing. And I think it's the centre back swap beside Gabriel. Beside him, right? 92 likes. We're nearly on 100 likes. Once we hit 100 likes, we're gonna open up this last pack here. Team locked in. Where are you gone there? Team locked in. Chris, Raya, White, Calafiori, Ballard, Maguire, Riley, Bruno, Mbuemo, Dewsbury Hall, Foden, Szoboszlai, Thiago, João Pedro, DCL, and bench boost game week 1. Raya, White, Calafiori, triple Arsenal defence. I'll be hoping for a double Arsenal clean sheet defensive return if I do go with Calafiori and White. Definitely Calafiori is locked in. Let's see if I go with White then as well, but I will be hoping for a clean sheet tonight nonetheless. Ballard, Maguire, O'Reilly is a big shout. Was there something on a City forum about O'Reilly's minutes? Let me just see on that. O'Reilly. I was sure I saw something on Twitter about O'Reilly's minutes. Anyway, I don't think O'Reilly's worth it right now. Maybe game week 3 onwards. It is a lot to be paying 6.5, but he is so good. We know how good he is in FPL terms anyway. But what are we saying there? Raya, White, Calafiori, Ballard, Maguire, O'Reilly, Bruno, and Mbuemo, Dewsbury Hall, Foden. I'd probably go and die over Dewsbury Hall, save yourself some money then as well. Foden, Szoboszlai, Thiago, João Pedro, DCL. No Haaland. It's a fine no Haaland team. You've got Bruno and Mbuemo at least. João Pedro as well. Thiago, I like Thiago, just can't fit him into the team. Fair enough there. On bench boost, should I take Lafay or can you suggest any 5 to 6 million differential? He's not really a differential, but in Die Gomez is a bit of a differential too. One or the other there, whoever you like. Alright, good stuff. 1 hour and 15. The stream is flying. How long are we going? I can't even see where we are going. 1 hour and 44 so far. It's been flying so far. Cheers to you all for sending the questions. Do keep them coming in. It's mad. Even 3 years ago, I was streaming to 10 people. It's great to see we're streaming to 105 people here today. So thank you to all for tuning in. Sorry for re-asking left earlier. Robertson for assist or Van Heck for Defcon? Price doesn't matter. Van Heck for Defcon, but I wouldn't be doubling up on Robertson, Van Heck alongside Kinski. If you don't have Kinski, fair enough for one of them. Maybe Van Heck for Defcon. Is he worth the extra 0.5 when you could go for a Ballard to start the season? Maybe not. Chances of team leaks this evening, relatively high, I suppose. It's good the fact that no Gabriel Martinelli was spotted anyway. So we shall see on that. Right, 5:15. Oh, what was Connor saying here? What are you thinking about the team? Right, let's lock this in for now. So I have this in, but it's not locked at all yet. We're playing this thing. Play a bench boost. And then it's active. Right, so with the bench boost, it's active there. Bruno Fernandes, Rodon, Diop. Fine. All good. Grand. Do we sub in Verbruggen for Kinski? Maybe we do, just for the actual bench boost return. When you look at it like that, is it a good bench boost? Maybe not. Should it be putting me focus into Coventry lads? When you look at it like that, Kinski, Rodon, Gomez, Diop. If I go Sangare against Leeds, and then I go Rushworth is 4.5, is he? Oh, don't tell me I'm going to change my mind on a bench boost. I don't. Rushworth is 4.5, so I can afford Rushworth if I wanted to do that. Rushworth, Thomas. Do I want to do that though? Let's see. I have 1 hour and 15 to the side. on this. Alright, let's keep going with these anyway. That's what we're playing with now anyway, right? Playing with fire. Talisa, right. Anyway, let's sort that out there. You can see me all grand. Sound, right. Chance of the team leaks this evening. I do think we might get some news. The good news, any that Martinelli wasn't spotted would walk him with the team, so that's good at least. Right, there's a few panicking about my team. I'm sending, but not. White, Gomez, Rodon, Diop, not locked. Decide. Right, and then Grant. Right, thoughts on the Cooper's 4.5 million defender. He will be playing advanced, won't he? Not mad on him. There's better 4.5 million options. Why transfer out Hume? Yeah, we were on about that already. All good there. Salah, thoughts on team. Lamans, Verbruggen, Calafiori, White, Maguire, Rodon, Ballard, Embuemo, Semenyo, Sabasite, Solis, Shade, Haaland, João Pedro, DCL. No, Bruno is the main one there. Apart from that, it's all good. You know the risk going without Bruno. Without going with Bruno, all good there. Hi mate, would you rather Jacquet, Sabasai and Calvert-Lewin or Konsa? I'm going to stop you at Konsa because he's not going to play yet. He hasn't been spotted tonight. So Jacquet, Sabasai and Calvert-Lewin, that's what I'll be going for there. Even maybe if you can afford the 0.5, Jacquet to Calafiori, Solis and Calvert-Lewin is what I tell you there instead. Best Ipswich defender for bench boost 1, it's going to be Diop. For the DEFCON, if you want an attacking route, go with Leif Davies. Yeah, whatever there. If you whichever route you want to go for DEFCON or attacking threat, probably playing it safe with the DEFCON. Diop surely can get some DEFCON. Playing centre back. I know Darrow Chase did score from right back last week, but let's see. Right, just having a quick scroll here, see if we can see anything on the timeline. What's all this with Ndai rumours? Anyway, right, let's keep going. Afternoon Chief. Foxy, if you want to send it in here or send it into Twitter, I'll get back to you, don't worry. Right, keep going. 20 past. We're still in shot here. Grand. What your thoughts on Vuskovic for Brighton? He played 90 last night. Surely should be. I know Dunk didn't play. So it's somewhat question marks around whether or not Vuskovic will play again against Villa on Sunday, with the fact they also have to focus on the European game. But I think he's very good for DEFCON then as well. Muharamovic is averaging 10.9 DEFCON per 90. I know that was a different league last year, but I'd like to have him. I just can't get him in if I want double Arsenal, which I am on now, but not locked in, as I will stress that. Lofty, just getting cold feet here. Era Ndai and Semenyo or Szoboszlai and Rodgers. Game week 2 bench boost suits Rodgers and Szoboszlai, which tempts me. Ndai and Semenyo, I prefer Ndai and Semenyo though, Thomas. Ndai and Semenyo, I think, yeah. Marcus Real, hi mate, do you think Foden can cover Embuemo? Thinking to have Foden Calafiori instead of Embuemo Diop. Foden Calafiori is a lot better than Embuemo Diop, to be fair, but I would prefer to have Embuemo over Foden. But Foden Calafiori is a lot better when you look at it like that. Team sent on Twitter. I can't see it there, Foxy. If you want to send it into the chat then as well, but I can't see anything there. Mosquera going to bag a 15-pointer before Konsa replaces him. Who's saying that? What about Van Heck? Jovial. Good man, Jovial. Great to see you back, man. He's in the chat. Good stuff. Thoughts on Caldwell? Haven't seen anyone mention him as an option. Wouldn't go near any Chelsea defence just now. I was on Hato during their pre-season, but there's better options in the game. Palestri, whatever you say it, but he could be a decent shout at 5.5, but not at this moment in time, especially when you can get 2 Arsenal defenders for 5.5 each. Right, 107 likes on the stream. Keep the questions coming. We're just getting into the business end of the stream now. An hour and 7 minutes to go. Let's take a little breather for now. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, we're on the road to 10k subscribers. If you're one of the 104 people that are currently watching and haven't clicked subscribe, head on down there, click subscribe on the channel. 10k is in our sights. Right, last pack here. So that's a Hull City lad, Gabby. No clue who you are, Gabby. Apologies. Next up there, Coventry lad, Jack Rudani. Getting all the promoted sides. Ampadu. No number on that, just a generic card. Diarra. No number as well. Oscar Bob. That's a cool card, I suppose. Nitro Boost, Oscar Bob. Who's up next there? Mateus Cunha. Or sorry, Matoma first. I was thinking. Nice one there, Matoma. Lovely. Mateus Cunha, perfect 10. Let's put in Buemo's head over Cunha there. Perfect 10. That's a cool card. Lovely stuff, Cunha. Granit Xhaka. Kind of a parallel colour on that one. Bruno Fernandes. There we go. We've got him. Bruno Fernandes. And we were just saying we're the top squad, telling us who to captain out of Bruno and Haaland. And we've packed Bruno. That's a great pack. Bruno, Cunha, Matoma. Lovely stuff. Very strong pack that. Right, back to the YouTube chat. Will I be at EP this year? Dublin Burn? Unfortunately not. I sold my tickets last week. We were gonna go. We got back from Ibiza there about 3 weeks ago, and just have enough of drinking. So I'm gonna leave off EP, and to be honest with you, I'm more focused on the stream next week on Friday evening. So I'm have the day booked off work. I'm gonna focus on the stream instead of going to Electric Picnic. It'll be the first time I'm not there in a couple of years, so I will miss not going. It'll be a great weekend, but just the funds were low after Ibiza, as I'm sure you can imagine. So no EP this year, and then just the thoughts of buying tents, drink, clothes, driving up to Stradbally then as well. Yeah, let's see, but I'm not going. Just the focus is on getting the stream done next Friday. So hopefully if you are at EP, join us from Stradbally at the campsite if you wouldn't mind. Dublin Burn, if you are going, good lad. Let me know if you are going though, but it would be a great weekend. Just won't be at it. What about Van Heck? Kinski is enough for me there. I'm not going near Van Heck. Do you think Foden can cover Mbuemo? No, but as we were saying, Foden and Calafiori is a lot better than Mbuemo and Diop. 6.5 for a mid. Who's best? I'm currently on Lafay with 0.5 in the bank. 6.5. I'll be going for Sully's. Well, now good luck for the new season. Cheese and onion potato sandwich or Bombay bad boy pot noodle. Cheese and onion potato sandwich all day long, Jovial. All day long. Should have it now, right? Foxy, let's have a look. Am I on bench boost? I am on bench boost. So let's see how we do end up on that. Yeah, I think I am on bench boost. Or do I put my fade into Coventry? Should I be staying on double Arsenal? Are they going to ruin my night if they concede? Let's see. No Liverpool, Qatar. I know, no Liverpool. It is a risk as well, but I'm not going. I'm not going on the Liverpool. I am going. Met you there at Calvin Harris a few years back. I'll be doing my best to get the stream on. Dublin Burn, appreciate that. Good man. Sorry I don't remember that, lad. Good stuff. And cheers to saying hello that time. I was at Calvin Harris in Ibiza, and we were at Calvin Harris in Dublin a month or two back then as well. So let's hope you enjoy the weekend, Dublin. And no panic if you can't get the stream on. I know the coverage down in Stradbally is very bad. 2 or 3 years ago, I actually left the festival to go to someone's house in Stradbally to do a stream just because it was the first game week of the season. That was mad, but we did do it. Right, how are we looking there? Good stuff. Right, coming into the business hour of the stream. Right, no Liverpool. Yeah, George Leganin. Guys, need help here. Verbruggen, Gomez, Diop, Road and bench boost worth it. I'm looking at that bench boost myself. It's not a great bench boost. Are we putting enough? So basically, for the bench boost to warrant it being useful, is just the Gomez to get a return. Basically, I'd be happy if Gomez gets a return. Rodon could easily get something there then as well. Diop might get something against Sunderland. I'd be happy if Ipswich did keep them out, to be fair. Yeah, maybe I'm thinking very pessimistic. Maybe I have to think more optimistic. Good stuff. Right, really appreciate the new subs coming in there on stream then as well. Keep the questions coming. We're an hour and 2 minutes away from the deadline. Nearly on 3k views, which is pretty much insane for the first stream of the season. So cheers for that. And we've already hit 100 likes as well. So that is class to see then as well. Keep the questions coming in. Do you know the name of the defender who's playing right wing? Can't think of his name. I've also seen your Crow Park but didn't go up to you. That would have been weird. John, it would not have been weird. How would have been weird? Come up and say hello to me if you see me, lad. I'd only love to chat to you. Good man. If you're watching my streams, I'll chat to you all day, man. Don't you worry about that. Next time you see me, if you see me in Ireland, come up and say hello. Don't think it was. I would never think that'd be weird at all. I love chatting to you all. What's the name of the defender who's playing right wing? Hume, isn't it? But there's a chance he mightn't even play right wing now. They're meant to be full strength anyway, Sunderland. Only apart from Adingra. Is that going to push Hume up to that right wing role? Maybe right wing. I get it out. I got it out right that time. Wing, right wing. I had him. I think just long term he might be a bit of a risk, so that's why I'm not going in him. But if I've had him in all my drafts and then take him out for him to score, yeah, not great. Right, Foxy, here you are. Slim, isn't it? No, here we go, Foxy. Verbruggen, Calafiori, Shaw, White, good defence there as well. Sabasai, Gross, Bruno Fernandes, Embuemo, Haaland, João Pedro, Calvert-Lewin, Gomez, Hume, Rodon, Kinski. I like that team a lot. It's just your Hume to my Maguire, isn't it? Well, you've got Shaw, so who are we missing there? Maguire, Calafiori, White, Rodon. You have Rodon. Am I gone cracked here? Calafiori, White, Maguire. Who am I missing? Hume. Oh, lads, what? Rodon. Oh, yeah, sorry, you don't have Diop. That's why, right. So you have Rodon, we have Rodon, you have Maguire. I have Maguire to your Shaw. Calafiori, White. Fair enough, nothing wrong with that team at all. Gross, Sabasai, Bruno, Embuemo, Haaland, João Pedro, Calvert-Lewin. Nice team there, Foxy. Good stuff there. Right, an hour to go. Any upgrade for my team? Dramper, Sade, Ruff, Verbruggen, Calafiori, Gabriel, White, Maguire, Ballard, Embuemo, Lafay, Bruno Fernandes, Ndai, Sabasai, Isaac, João Pedro, Calvert-Lewin. No Haaland, of course. It's still a nice no Haaland team. Just the risk of not going without Haaland. You know that anyway. Any upgrade for my team? Of course Haaland, but if not, yeah, I think you're pretty much all right with that team there. Who am I thinking of changing? Verbruggen, Kinski are definitely locked. Calafiori is locked. Maguire is locked. It's just the back three there of White, Diop and Rodon. Gomez and Ndai. So 5. Is it 5? Yeah. So White, Diop, Rodon, Ndai and Gomez aren't locked in. The rest of the players are pretty much locked in there. Right, good stuff. Finton, what are we saying? Locked in the side to go for bench boost to get it out of the way. Raya, Calafiori, Vardiol, Maguire, Bruno, Solis, Gomez, Wirtz, João Pedro, Haaland, Calvert-Lewin. Any money to upgrade? Use no. Grand Finton, let me know on that. What's your thoughts on bringing in Solis? Would love Maguire. Any suggestions, Foxy? Right, to get money for Maguire. Downgrading, well, you already have Gross and Gomez. downgrade Soboslai to Sully's, and you've got your Maguire for Shaw. Then that's how you do it. No Haaland bench boost. Active thoughts, Niall. Lamans, Shaw, Muharamovic, O'Reilly is a big one. Haven't seen in many drafts. Sully, Semenyo, Bruno, Wirtz, Gross, João Pedro, Thiago, Verbruggen, Calvert-Lewin, Hume, Calafiori. It's a good no Haaland team. O'Reilly maybe a bit too much early on. You could probably go for your Arsenal defender and move from there then. I'm buying a game most likely on wildcard. Very fair. Thoughts on double. I'm leaning. Grand, right. Looking long term, would you rather Jackie, Szoboszlai, Calvert-Lewin or Konsa, Semenyo? Jackie, Szoboszlai, Calvert-Lewin long term, yeah. Konsa, we don't know how he's going to fit in. He hasn't played any minutes since the World Cup, I'm nearly sure. So he needs to get up to speed there too. I wouldn't be going for Konsa just yet, but we will be going for him in a few weeks' time. 4.5 million for an Arsenal defender will be lovely. Thoughts on Ampadu Sangare instead of a Gross replacement or downgrade Gross to Gomez? Save yourself 0.5 of a million for a 5 million midfielder, and you're all good there. Well, laddie, on bench boost. Only got on now. Sorry if you already said. All good. Do not be sorry. We're on bench boost. Yeah, all good. Is this the final team, Carol? Not yet. Would love Maguire. Yeah, that's how you get Maguire there. Foxy, let me know. Bruno for captain. I'm on Haaland, but it's very close. Very, very close. Right. How's that poll going? Haaland on 61, nearly 500 votes. Wow. 61 on Haaland, 33 on Bruno, 4% on Mbeumo, and 1 on JP. Right, all good there. We're gonna go. When are you bench boosting? Game week 1, game week 2, saving for later. Alright, let me know on that poll there, see what the chat is saying. Alex Kelly, welcome back, boy. Appreciate that. Great to have you back. What do you think of the team? Kinski, Verbruggen, Calafiori, White, Tarkowski, Leif Davies, Muharamovic, Semenyo, Wirtz, Gross, Mbeumo, CL, Calvert-Lewin, is it? JP and everything. No Bruno. Yeah, you have Mbeumo at least. If you don't have Bruno, you're going to be captain Mbeumo in game week 2, so fair enough on that. Kinski, Verbruggen, template, bench boost, any Calafiori, White, Tarkowski. I'd maybe leave off Tarkowski till later on. You can probably, yeah, have you going Maguire over Tarkowski, wait till game week 3ish, or no, game week 4 when Everton have the good fixtures. Then you can get Tarkowski, and then all good on that. 114 people watching us, which is great to see. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, head on down there, please. Click subscribe on the channel. It only takes a second to do, and you'll get us that one step closer to hitting 10k subscribers. Again, thank you for all the support during the pre-season, and I'm looking forward to a big season here. Is White nailed? Isn't Mosquera a better choice? With Konsa coming into the team now, that kind of puts out Mosquera's chances of starting. With Timber coming back from injury then as well, you'd expect White to at least, well, he will be starting today, and yeah, Timber's not back in training, but with Timber coming back from training, you'd expect him to be eased into that Arsenal team. So I think White is good for the first 3 anyway. I'll probably be I'll be free hitting probably in game week 3 by the looks of it, getting in City lads for that Coventry game, and then I'm probably looking towards it, maybe a wildcard 4. Sort out my team, then we'll know a lot more about Liverpool assets. We'll know a lot more about Konsa's position and where he's going to be in that team, whether he's got a nail place in that team as well. We can hop off some United lads as well with Mbeumo, Maguire, get them out of the team, look towards getting Chelsea assets with that fixture against Hull as well in 4. So yeah, that's what we're planning on doing so far. What do we think of Semenyo this season, especially since I'm on no Haaland? If you don't have Haaland, you need to have one City attacker, whether that's Foden or Semenyo, so get one of those in for sure. Why not Shaw? I'm on Maguire. More chance of DEFCON for Maguire, attack and threat from set pieces then as well, so that's why I'm going for Maguire. Ndiaye Maguire or Shaw and Szoboszlai? Ndiaye Maguire, just. Dylan Dever, Sanchez, that's a lovely name, rolls off the tongue. Dylan Dever, Sanchez, Nico Williams, Gabriel, Maguire, Lafay, Szoboszlai, Semenyo, Mbeumo, Haaland, Calvert-Lewin, João Pedro, Kinski, Van Uyck, Shaw, Gross. What changes should I make? If you want to go for Thomas over Van Uyck for DEFCON, if you're using your bench boost today, probably assuming you are with that bench boost of Kinski, Shaw and Gross, Thomas instead of Van Uyck, all good. Sanchez, Nico Williams, no Bruno Fernandes. At least you have Mbeumo. If you're not going for Bruno Fernandes, at least you have Mbeumo. All good there. A lot of content creators have switched captaincy from Haaland to Bruno, which worries me as my captaincy is on Haaland. I think I'm happy enough to have it on Haaland, to be honest with you. Go with your gut. Go with your gut. Yeah, go with your gut. I'm on Haaland anyway. What? Why? Who's changing now? Is there something now that's going to be said on Haaland? Bruno away to Hull. If I was going no Haaland, I would back against DCL. Interesting. Right, and Dye plus White or Solis plus Mrhamovic. Solis and Mrhamovic, yeah. White over Mascara, just with Konsa coming into the team. He's gonna be a threat to Mascara's place then as well. So that's why I'm going. Is Solis better than Szoboszlai? I think he is. We're not going to get sidetracked just yet. We need to see him tonight then as well. But I'm on Solis, yeah. Robbie versus Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin on penalties. That's why I'm going for it. 64% on Game Week 1 bench boost. Interesting. Yeah. Play your own game as well on the captaincies then as well. Any leagues, I have Saka. Only Arsenal league so far is the fact. Only right. Where are we going with that? With that team news, yeah. So no Guimaraes, no Gabriel Jesus, no Gabriel Martinelli, no Reece Nelson, no Fabio Vieira, no Ezri Konsa on the Arsenal team walk. So that means Solis will be fine. Saka should be there, so it's just whether he's going to start Madueke or Saka. Solis is your safe pick for this week. Could be a safe pick thereafter, but let's see. So Arsenal's probability of keeping a clean sheet has dropped from 61% to 54% with Bruno Guimaraes not in the not being spotted in the team. Yeah, here Bruno Guimaraes has picked up an untimely injury at the start of his Arsenal career. Not sure how long he's out for, but told it could be for a few weeks. Wow. Interesting. Right, let's keep going here anyway. Semenyo and Van Heck or Calafiori and Foden. Calafiori and Foden. You have to have at least one Arsenal defender, yeah. White, yeah. Any leagues have Saka, nothing, just on the team walks, as what we were saying. High forward is João Pedro, Isaac, Haaland. Midfielders Solis, Gross, Sangare, and Mbeumo. Lefebvre, Gabriel, Calafiori, Van Heck, Shaw. Bench boost week 1, 0.5 in the bank. Please suggest changes. Isaac, Haaland, João Pedro is a strong forward. Obviously means they're not going to have Bruno Fernandes, so that's fair. Solis, Gross, Sangare, Mbeumo, Lefebvre, Gabriel, Van Heck, Shaw, Dio. I'm not sure who Dio is there, man. Sorry. Any thoughts on having Rice because of his set pieces, or should I do Solis over Rice? Yeah. Again, I'm not fully sure is that the correct figure, but I think he'd something like 88 or 80 something goal contributions out of 103 goals that his side got last year. So he could be an absolute gem this season. Is he going to be a Michu style player, or the hype around them? Let's see. It could be an Almaraz spec as well. There's always that one cheapish midfielder starting off the season who starts it off the flyer. So hopefully it's Solis tonight. I'm locked in on Solis. I'm happy enough to go with him. Hume or Ayer. Hume is a good short term pick if you want to have an exciting pick on the bench boost. He has a good chance of playing right wing. Ayer is a safer pick long term with Van den Berg out for a while. So Ayer is a safer pick. Hume, if you want to be a bit rogue, try and get those attacking returns. If he gets a goal, you're laughing. You're absolutely laughing. But I'm getting somewhat cold feet in him. I've taken him out. Do you like triple Coventry defence and Gross for game week 2 bench boost? Again, massive risk going with triple Coventry defence. You have to put yourself in the position to reap the rewards. If you get that, you're absolutely laughing. I wouldn't say no to it. It's a risk. If you're willing to put yourself in that position, you deserve to get the rewards. I just wouldn't go that rogue. Why is Twitter all about Indai? Right, anyhow, let's keep this going. Muharamovic, what are we saying there? Olu, any thoughts on having Rice? Yeah, if you already have Maguire, if you don't want to go double Arsenal, Muharamovic is who I had in over Ben White. Now I switch back to Ben White. So if you want to go with that, go with that. Are you not worried that you haven't backed any Liverpool assets? Always a risk. I'm happy enough just to leave it off for now. Yeah. Right, all good. 45 minutes to go. Best of luck this season, lad. Triple Arsenal defence, Niall. Double is even somewhat of a small risk, but if you want to go for it tonight. They looked very good against Man City. Arsenal sure as they keep Coventry out. Thoughts on Harry Wilson bench boost? Didn't look great against United in Croke Park, so I wouldn't be fully gone him, to be honest with you. 6.5 you can get in Solly's Lefay for that price, so maybe not on Harry Wilson. Go safe and get Calvert-Lewin up front. Not sure if Shaw's a good option though, and Ayer. Get Maguire if you can. I'm gone. Gomez over Gross. Right. Joe Rodon or Ayer. Joe Rodon's a good. Joe Salah is a good pick over Ayer. I'm happy enough to have at least one Leeds defender. If I can't have Muharamovic, I'm gone with Rodon. Will Gomez definitely play the first few games? Yeah, they've no other wingers. They're very short on wingers. He played 68 minutes last night. He'll be fine to start Sunday, so I'm happy enough to have Gomez in the team. 5 million, can't really give out about that. So yeah, all good on that one there. Right, let's keep this going. Gross or Gomez? Gross or Gomez? Gomez. Best of luck. Thank you, man. Good luck. Green car. Will Gomez definitely will, yeah. Had Porro on my team, but I had to take him out, put in Vardiol or any other 5.5 options you prefer. Make sure you have Calafiori first, anyway. If you do have Calafiori, I'd even prefer a Ben White over Vardiol. City looked very, very ropey, so I'd probably leave them out for now. You can probably free hit one of them in for the Coventry game. Apart from that, now not fully gone on the Munoz as well. I'm not mad on Munoz. Maybe a Nico Williams over a Munoz. Yeah, I wouldn't be going for that route just yet. Duffer, hi Niall, back for another season. Greetings from Mallorca. Hope the holidays are going well, or maybe you're living there, living it up. Good lad. Looking forward to plenty more streams. Duffer, good man. Hopefully we'll see you on them all. I'm looking forward to them myself for the rest of the season. Good stuff. We're off to a flyer so far in with this stream. Lovely stuff to everyone who's been commenting, liking, subscribing. This is what we want to see. Good stuff. I've Haaland, but City are nowhere near the same team as last season. All the outgoings, no Pep. Haaland could fail to deliver on his high price early this season. True. It is a risk, of course. Are we locking in on Haaland for the Ironman? I think we are. What do you think of Hume of Sunderland? Great shout for the first week. Thereafter could be an issue. That's all. Thereafter could be an issue. Ben White and Calafiori, a good pick for the first 2 game weeks. I think so. That's why I'm on them. So I go with that. Owen Meehan in the chat. Owen, I've been looking for you for the last while since the season ended. Will you please send me a message on Instagram or Twitter? I need to send you a jersey for finishing second. I don't know if you have an Instagram page or a Twitter page, but you're here. I knew you'd be here, and it's great to see you in the chat. Please get on to me on Instagram or Twitter. You won't be able to DM me on Twitter, but DM me on Instagram. I need to send you a jersey from my own collection for finishing second in my league. Good man for tuning in. I was waiting for you to tune in. Good lad, and well done for finishing second. But please message me, because I'd no way of contacting you, but I knew you'd be watching the Game Week 1 stream. Good man. At least that's sorted. Send me a message, we'll get that sorted out ASAP. Good lad on. Good stuff. Right, Ben White and Calafiori for the first 2 weeks. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. He's fine to start the first 2 weeks. Can get rid of them on a potential free hit in Game Week 3, and then reassess what we're going to do with Conce for wildcard in 4, or saving it for Game Week 6. Thoughts on my team: Kinski, Ruffs, Calafiori, Maguire, Hume, Rodon, Van Uwyk, Lefay. How about the fella who came first? I'm still trying to find the lad in first, Owen Meehan as well. No Instagram, no Twitter as well. Rayan, he does watch my streams as well, but I haven't seen him so far. But I need to get in contact with him. Surely he's going to come in at some stage in the first couple of weeks. I thought he'd be here. At least you're here anyhow. But yeah, I need to send you something, man. Good stuff. Make sure you send me a message, man, and I'll get that sorted this weekend. Right, back to what we were saying there. Kinski, Ross, Calafiori, Maguire. Is EP on for you this year, Dean? No EP this year. I sold my tickets last week. I was going to go. I sacked it off. Focusing, to be honest with you, on getting a deadline stream done next Friday instead of going to EP. And also, I was in Ibiza 4 weeks ago of enough partying done, to be honest with you. Your league link please there, Olaf. It's on the screen there. That's the prize league code KS2E73. Get entering there and get in on that. What do I think of Luke Shaw? Get the extra money, get Maguire into the team. That's all you have to do there. Which one would you choose of these? Calafiori, Maguire, Hume, Tarkowski, Verts, Odegaard, Brobby, Isaac, this one there. Right, all good. Considering bench boost for Game Week 1. What time is FPL Air Game Week 1 announced? Thanks. Considering bench boost for Game Week 1. Yes, we are indeed. I thought about it, but I've said I already had stash. I would upgrade if I go for Nicholas Jackson once he goes for Villa. Who is the best foreman in defenders to start with? Diop or Thomas? Good for Defcon. Davies, chance of attacking returns. No EP though. Dean, are you going yourself? Let us know. I won't be at it this year, no. Who for captain can't decide. It's on Haaland. I'm seeing a lot switching to Bruno Fernandes. I was on Haaland all week. Maybe I said that I was on a video with FPL graduates, and I was saying any other week of the season we'd be captaining Bruno. I'm on Haaland for now. It's just whether or not I change it over the next 40 minutes. Anyone got a solution for Poro not playing? Calafiori as a replacement. Grand. White even. If you have him. Ballard. This predictive text trying to spell Muharamovic. If you... Right, all good there, good stuff. Right, wildcard Game Week 4, do you reckon? Free hit probably 3 with the triple City at home to Coventry. Arsenal playing Chelsea. I have triple Arsenal there. João Pedro Arsenal before in that game. So maybe that's we're pointing towards a free hit in game week 3, and then sort out whether we're going to wildcard in 4 or 6. Could easily be 4 though. That's a lot of chips usage in the first couple of weeks of the season. So let's see on that. What do you think about Shada? Nice differential if you want to go from. I just prefer Ndai, Lafay, Sully's definitely over Shada. Craig Reeve from New Zealand here. Ndai, Gross or Lafay. Like the Sunderland games and the flexibility, I can go up and down with money with Lafay or Ndai. Yeah, it's between Ndai or Lafay. I'm on Ndai. There's some rumours around him, whether or not he's going to be leaving Everton, but I'm on Ndai anyway. I'm on Ndai. But it's very close between Ndai and Lafay. With 23 million for defender, is his back 5 good for a bench boost game week 1? Calafiori, Maguire, Hume, O'Nine, O'Shea. With 23 million for defender, is this back 5 good? O'Nine won't play, so you might have to go Diop instead of. I know, but it's not ideal doubling up on an Ipswich defender. Maybe Thomas then. O'Nine with a full Sunderland team. That means he's I don't think he's going to start. Yeah, bench boost. What do you think of going Coyote instead of Ayer? Ayer seems to be the lad for the DEFCON, so if you're going for a Brentford lad, go with Ayer. 4.5 million defender suggestions. Rodon, Shaw if you can't get to Maguire. Rodon, Shaw, Ayers is a good show for DEFCON 2 then as well, so go with that. How many points am I expecting this week, Carol? On a bench boost, all depends on a captaincy, getting the right captaincy pick between Bruno and Haaland. 80 points. I think I'll be happy with a bench boost. I'm not expecting too much on the bench boost. So let's see on that. Let's see. Sorry, I was getting my haircut. Do you think United Stram will get his haircut soon too? He should be getting 2. He should be 3 wins away. We should be winning the first 2 anyway. Everton, it's then the City game, isn't it? Game week 4, so maybe not, isn't it? Even if he draws, it's back to nothing. I don't know how that's still going. It's crazy. Luke, rate my team: Kinski, Maguire, Hume, Calafiori, Bruno, Mbeumo, Szoboszlai, and Dye, João Pedro, Brobby. Bench usage: Gross, Thomas, Konsa. Not sure Konsa will start immediately. Yeah, I wouldn't be going for Konsa just yet. Are we still live there? Hopefully we are. Yeah, we're back on stream there. Good. Do you think Hume will start on bench boost? If you want to go from Dublin Burn, go from. I'm just got cold feet. He's a good short term pick, Dublin Burn there. But I think I'm having Road on it if needs be. To be honest with you, maybe I should be going Hume, because with Road on, I don't think I'm going to play him anyhow. So Leeds in game week 3 against Brighton when Arsenal have Chelsea. I'll probably be free hitting that week anyway. Maybe do I go for him? Oh, is he going to start? It's going to be annoying if I go for Hume and he doesn't start though. He should start. He's been going well in pre-season. So let's see. Do you think keeping Haaland out till free hit game week 3 is better? It's always a risk going without Haaland. It's always a risk. Always a risk. Sangare maybe. Yeah, Sangare for DEFCON. A lot better. Right, all good there. Sangare, do you know you aren't need to drop a screenshot in the chat when you are still at work. All good. Will do. Scott, what's your thoughts on my team? How come you aren't opting against Szoboszlai? So Verbruggen, Kinski, Calafiori, Maguire, Rodon, Ayer, Diop, Bruno, Szoboszlai, Solis, Mbeumo, Gomez. Nice team. Just not set on. He was playing a bit deep. James McGurr, hiya brother, welcome back. Great to see you. Just in the pub here in Bondi in Australia. Good man. Just wondering what your starting lineup is going to be there. You're a legend. Is it Schooners over there? get a schooner into it for myself. Appreciate that. You're a legend yourself for tuning in, James. Good lad. Am I locked in here? A few more changes, I think. Anyhow, I'm nearly there. It's just deciding whether I'm going with Ndai or LaFay, White or Ballard, and then I think I'm set on Gomez anyhow. It's just, and then whether I go Road on to Hume. Any changes here, Connor? Verbruggen, Dubravka, White, Maguire, Calafiori, Road on 0.5, Embuemo, Dubravka, Tukinski, and you're good to go for bench boost, Connor. Good stuff, right? Ballard better than Ayer, 0.5. Diop, Ballard, Rodon, Maguire, Calafiori. Both are similar in the. Both are pretty similar in the Defcons. Grand, right. Am I on bench boost? I am indeed. Captain Bruno Fernandes over Haaland. Let's see. I was Haaland all week. Is there now uncertain when United are the early kickoff as well? If we score, it's going to be Bruno involved. Same thing with City. If City score, let's see the goal projections. Can we see that? Let's see. Let's try and get the goal projection. So, what are we going to look up to try and see this? My team is Raya, Verbruggen, Gabriel, Vardiol, Maguire, Rodon, Ballard, Bruno, Wirtz, Shad, Embuemo, Solis, Joe Pedro, DCL, Thiago. It's a good no Haaland team. Of course, we've been saying it all along. It's just not going without Haaland, right? So, goal projections, win percentage, chance of scoring 2+ goals. Man City 59%. That can't be right. 59% of Man City. 59% chance of Man City scoring 2+ goals, 33% chance of Man United scoring 2+ goals. I don't think it's that much of a difference. Should be a lot closer than that. 59%. Whatever. I'm still on Haaland anyhow. This is my draft for maybe 3 days back. Thoughts: Lamans, Petrovic, Ben White, Ballard, Ayer, Van Uwijk, Thomas, Bruno, Embuemo, Wirtz, Sangare, Gross, DCL, Haaland, JP. Planning to bench boost. Any thoughts? Thoughts for a Game Week 2 bench boost? If you're going for a bench boost 2-1, maybe go Rushford and double up on the Coventry defence just to try and attack that Hull City game. So Lamans, Rushford, and then you have Van Uwijk, Ayer, Ballard, Ben White. Oh, then you'll have triple Coventry. Oh yeah, okay. No, the deadline is at half. Don't worry. I wouldn't have led you astray. Don't worry. 6:30 is the deadline. Are you as well try and go all in on and go with Rushford then? Maybe that's what you have to do. Does Gross start? Let me know on that. If you're set on a bench boost 2, I probably would be going all in on Coventry. It might pay off, it might not pay off. I'd just go for it if you're looking at that. 144 people watching us, which is class, unbelievable. Half an hour to go. You get that book an hour. That's class as we already on Game Week 1. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, head on down there, please click subscribe on the channel. We are on the road to 10k subs. Yeah, do that. Do us a favour if you wouldn't mind. Click subscribe. Am I bench boosting Game Week 2? No, I'm on bench boosting Game Week 1, but now I need to think about Rodon versus Hume. I think I'm probably set on White. Then I have to think about the captain as well. Right, let me see. Yeah, I don't get the 59% chance of City scoring 2+. Fair. 33% of United, 33% chance of United scoring 2. I don't believe it. I don't get with that now, to be honest with you. Should be a lot closer. It should be at least 45% for United scoring twice. As long as it's in Embuemo, we'll take that. Shade or Hinchelwood in die. Any idea when Gomes expect to start being benched? Like what game week? Mitoma's a good few weeks away. Mint is not fit at all, so Gomes will be fine for the first couple of weeks anyway. To be honest with you, he's only going to play for the first week, and I think he's going to sit on my bench then. I won't be starting to him. DCL versus Brobby. I'll be going with DCL there. Penalties is the thing that sways it. No penalties for Brobby. Lafay is on them, so that's why. Start Gonzalo, Garcia, or Pascal Gross. Bench boost, maybe you can play the boat. That's Garcia of Fulham, isn't it? So maybe Gross. But I wouldn't be wasting a striker option on a Fulham striker, so leave off that if you can. Hume and have 0.5 in the bank, or Ballard and 0 in the bank. Ballard is probably the safer pick there, to be honest with you. So go with that. Does Gross start? He does. Am I on bench boost? I am. I am on bench boost 2. No, bench boost 1. Shade or Hinchelwood, because I already have Ndai. Maybe I have Kinski, so maybe I'm going to say Hinchelwood, but it's very close. Shada probably has a more chance of hauling. Hinchelwood is probably a 1 return and done, so maybe go with Shada. I'll be hoping Kinski keeps him out though. Gomez has Leeds and Coventry 3 and 4, not starting, especially when White has Chelsea and stuff. Could be free hit territory though in game week 3. Currently have one Arsenal defender and just Lamans. Reckon going Ballard to Calafiori. You need to have Calafiori on, yeah, or potentially try to get Maguire and sell Lamans. Yeah, get Maguire. That's what I'll be doing. Yeah, Maguire. Even if we concede, Maguire always has a chance of getting an attack in return. So yeah, Lamans to Kinski or Verbruggen, whoever you don't have their own. Calafiori and Maguire, you have to have those. That's what I'll be telling you there. Right, 5 past 6. Kinski or Verbruggen, if you're on both on bench boost do for this week, I'll be starting Verbruggen though. Just now you think the start for Verbruggen or Kinski, doesn't matter, and I'm on bench boost James, but out of the two I'll be starting Verbruggen. Ndai and Van Dijk, or Mbeumo and Ayer. Mbeumo playing up front, you have to have Mbeumo. There's a good chance I'll be number 1 in the world by Sunday night. I hope you are. Jovial, does that mean you're using your triple captain? Maybe you are. Bench boost 1, who do you recommend for 4 million defender to fill in the bench? Currently have Diop on the bench, so we'll have another defender to put on the bench for bench boost. Diop, if you want to go for another one. What if Heaven and Euro start? It has to be Maguire starting. He started the last game, scored. He has to start. What's the chances of Tyrone winning Sam Maguire next year? Probably 30s, is it? Maybe 20s, 20 to 1 maybe. Did I see you up at the Aviva at the Leeds United game? I was there. Maybe you did. Someone was saying in the chat that saw me then as well, if you see me, come up and say hello. Come up and say hello if you see us. Right, Maguire, let me just have a look at Maguire's matches so far. Yeah, he started the PSG. Did he start the Atletico? He did, yeah. Maguire should be fine. Euro can play right back as well if needed. I know Dallo was back for the Leeds game, wasn't he? Why is that not on SofaScore? Fair enough. What are your thoughts on Verts? If you have the extra 0.5, maybe go for it. Who are you going to captain? Yeah, it's very close between Bruno and Haaland. Very close. Very, very close. Are we keeping it on Haaland? No Haaland, no Bruno, but on bench boost. No Haaland, no Bruno. Jovial, what are you doing, man? No Haaland or no Bruno is crazy. You need to have one or the other. Shaw plus Gross or Gomez plus Ballard. Sorry, go back to that in Jovial. No. Someone's car is getting broken into outside. Can you hear that? No Haaland or no Bruno. You need to have one. You need to have one. Yeah, I'm leaving it on Haaland, I think. Anyway, who's the best 5-minute defender? Also Ballard, and best 5-minute defender are Ben White and Hume. Best 5-minute defender, Maguire. If you already have Maguire, Ballard is your next one there then as well. That's what I'll be going for. Owen, is Gross a bad pick? If I had to downgrade him to get Gomez, I can get Maguire in for Ayer. Yeah, Gomez in for Gross. and then Maguire in. That's what I'll be going for there, is right. Nice one there. Good stuff. I'm going all out rogue. Fair enough, you definitely are. You definitely are. It's just the ownership on Szoboszlai is right, just looking at this here. It is a risk. I want Mbeumo. I want Solis. Ndai surely is alright. Cheers. So Maguire and Ballard. Yeah, Maguire and Ballard probably there. And Semenyo, Mbeumo over Semenyo. Though I think Cunha starts probably, but I wouldn't risk it. Just go with Mbeumo. Alright, lovely stuff there. All good. Ben White, not Alderete. Am I locked in, Jack? No, not locked yet. Not locked yet. What about Hume? Sunderland of some okay fixtures. He is a good shout for game week 1. Right, what are we saying? You're flying on the chat, you'll deserve a point after a few. We must. Right, all good. 6:10. Do you rate Muharamovic or not really? I do. I'm on the double Arsenal defence now because of that. What's your thoughts about Ndai on pens? Is the main reason I'm on for now. Ndai versus Dewsbury Halls takes pens out of the question. Probably Dewsbury Halls, but pens is a big thing in fantasy, so that's why. Why not save bench boost for double game week? Don't forget we get lots of chips in one in the first half, one in the second half. There's not going to be a double game week in the first half of the season, so that's why I'm using it, getting out of the way. Go with that. Thoughts on squad, please. Raya, Calafiori, Maguire, Rodon, Ayer, Diop, Bruno, Szoboszlai, Solis, Ndai, Gross. Statement, João Pedro, DCL. Don't know who statement is. Could that be Isaac? I'm not sure. Raya, Calafiori, Maguire, Rodon, Ayer, Diop, strong back line. Bruno, Szoboszlai, Solis, Ndai, Gross. Let me know who the front three are there, Mark, but looks a good team there. What do you think of Alex Scott as a punt? Get Defcons regularly and gets the odd goal and assist in and around that price point? I don't think so, no. Gomez for the first pick. Let him rot in your bench then until we wildcard, so all good there. Szoboszlai and Ayer, right, we're speeding it up now. We're on 175 viewers. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe for the last 20 minutes, go down there, click subscribe on the channel. Nearly on 200 viewers is absolutely crazy. Why you pick Gomez, not Gross? No money in the bank to get Gross. Gross played 90 minutes last night. He's going to play Sunday again, but I'm assuming he's going to be taken off early alongside Gomez. All the focus on that game in Europe during the week then as well. Alright, so we got Williams, Shaw, Calafiori, Raya, Bruno, Gross, Mbeumo, Solis, Ndai, Haaland, João Pedro. Strong team. Would you hardly... Right, Owen Meehan, Verts and Coventry double up for bench boost 2 or Diop, Road and Szoboszlai and bench boost 1. Sorry for all the questions. Don't be sorry, will you stop? It just depends if you want to take the risk on Coventry. I'm happy enough to bypass them, and that's why I'm bench boosting game week 1. But if you're setting yourself up for bench boost 2, I think you have to go for it and go with 3 Coventry lads. High risk, high reward. Hello, I'm bench boosting week 1, wildcard in week 2. I know it's not smart. I just find it fun. Wildcard in week 2. I know. Do you think Richarlison starts? Yeah, but Brentford are decent in defence. I don't expect them to go rogue. João Pedro or get Semenyo. João Pedro gets Semenyo. João Pedro is right. Gone Haaland for cap. Bruno's only ever scored the hat-trick against Leeds on opening day. No goal or assist otherwise. Haaland record impeccable. And the fact they're playing at home. That's exactly why. Best 5-minute replacement to upgrade Diop. Ballard. Am I locked in on this now? Can you still take Allen in a scrap? Danny Duggan. Who is Danny Duggan? Any day of the week, Danny. Any day of the week. Does Bruno Fernandes have an injury I just heard about? No, he doesn't. He's not injured. I don't know where you're hearing that out of. Apparently it's going to be Garnacho playing up front for Villa. That looks terrible. Alright, we're just seeing any news on the timeline as we're going. What do you think of Luke Shaw? If you can't get Maguire, Luke Shaw is your man. That's all you need to do if you can't get him. Ndai versus Lafay, due to the first 3 fixtures, not great. Fair. I'm on Ndai. It's just a toss-up. Who to start, Ndai or Calvert-Lewin? Calvert-Lewin probably. Try and play the bench boost, and I do think Ndai is going to get some. I'm on a bench boost. My bench is Brobby, Hume, Verbruggen and Van Heck. Any recommendations? I was also unsure about Williams. I'm on a bench boost. My bench is Brobby, Hume, Verbruggen and Van Heck. Brobby, Hume, Verbruggen and Van Heck. Maybe you don't want to go triple Sunderland. Then I was going to say Ballard over Van Heck, but Van Heck has a good chance of Defcon, so maybe not. When am I wildcarding Leon? Probably game week 6. We'll see though. Game week 4 to game week 6. We'll see. Why Gomez over Gross? Just joined. Just money aspect. Gross played 90 minutes last night. Let's see. Thanks for the help earlier, Niall, in Patreon. Rolled the dice with no Haaland for a few weeks anyway. Michael, good man. Mihal, it's Mihal, isn't it? Good man, Mihal. No bother at all, lad. It's a risk even as well. Am I getting cold feet on captaining him? I don't think so. I don't think so. Right, 15 minutes to go. Szoboszlai versus Foden. Szoboszlai for the safe pick early on is ownership. I don't even have Szoboszlai. It's a safe pick early on. Am I going with double Arsenal? I think so. I've Calafiori, Maguire, Ballard, O'Shea. 4.5 minutes left should be my last defender. Calafiori, Maguire, Ballard, O'Shea and Rodon. Same as me then. You're good to go. Shaw for Maguire to fund Ndai over Gross. Yeah, if you have to fund it, why not? Why not go for it? Robbie or DCL? I'm on DCL. Ballard better long term. Yes. Right, all good there. Nice one. Arras, all good. Grand, right. Quarter past. Need to sort this. Who am I captaining for now? It's on Haaland for now, yeah. Just White and Rodon. I think I'm setting on die. Late call on Rodon and White. Just right. Is Phillips Hull's #1 goalkeeper? I'm looking for a good form in a goalkeeper. There's no form in goalkeepers in the game. Let me just double check that, but no, there's I think it's Solakis, isn't it? Let me just double check. Hull's pre-season. I wouldn't even bother with with a 4 million hull goalkeeper though. He'll be grand on a bench boost maybe, but yeah, no, your man Solaki's the 4.5 million goalkeeper played the last game. Right, Haaland captain there. 17 minutes past 6, 13 minutes to go on the first stream of the season. We're nearly on 200 viewers. We're nearly on 5k views, which is great. Gomez, Gross, or Sangare Mo. Gomez on your bench boost. Sangare long term. Gomez on your bench boost. On my bench boost, Connor, I am indeed. If you are playing your bench boost, make sure you activate it. Make sure you activate it. That's all I can say. A few new subs there then as well. We're 12 subs off hitting 9,400. If we could finish off on that, 12 minutes to go. If we get 12 subs, that'd be great. FPL Twitter. Wow. 18:28. We're going to have Arsenal team news in 10 minutes. So be warned. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right. Looks like. $6.28. Keep. Right, we're gonna have Arsenal team news at 8 or 6:28. Nearly on 200 viewers. Can we pass it for the first time ever? Maguire and Gomez or Shaw plus Gross. Maguire and Gomez. Easy, easy, easy. Gross and Muharamovic and White and Gomez. Not free hitting game me 3. That's why I'm asking, because I know you are. Gross and Muharamovic or White and Gomez. White and Gomez still as well. Thoughts on Sully's versus Odegaard? Sully's there, yeah. Verts and Shaw or Soboslai and Maguire. I was delayed. Did you answer my question? Sorry, man. CC or CC7. Where are you gone there? CC or CC7. Do you want to send it again, man? Sorry, the chat is going crazy at the moment. Verts and Ayer or Vuskovic and Soboslai. Verts and Ayer. You reckon Big Verge is a risk? He's definitely not a risk. He's a great asset in FPL. I don't think he's worth that just at the moment. L Chivers with the £4.99. I really do appreciate that, man. On bench boost, got Bruno, Mbuemo, and Sully's 4th and 5th mids are Ndiaye plus Shade, Lafif plus Shade, Soboslai and Gomez, Dango plus Gross. Out of those, you can't go Ndiaye and Lafay, can you? I'd nearly go Ndiaye and Lafay. You've already got Sully's. If not, out of those, I'd still go Ndiaye and Shade. So if you're trying to pick two there. Soboslai and Gomez, Dango, Gross, Ndiaye and Shade, number 1 there, L Chivers. Really do appreciate that, man. £4.99, that is class. Hope that's the right feedback to you now, so hopefully you get that right. I'm back. Please tell me if you'll change it in the next 10 minutes. I hope the mountain climbing went well. Was you the lad that was going mountain climbing? Good stuff. You climbed that mountain quick, up and down very quick. Thank you for that, man. L Chivers. Hopefully a few of these coming your way now in game week 1 with those green arrows there. Good lad. Right, last one, bro. Why is everyone bench boosting out of the loop? Just because there's no 4 million goalkeeper. That's exactly why. Laptop is not overheating. We've a decent laptop, but it's feeling the heat now. With nearly 200 people watching us. Did I bench boost? I will be bench boosting. Hume or Ayer for the first 5 game weeks. Ayer the safer pick. Hume was the more exciting pick in the first game week. Sorry, Hume is the more exciting pick. So have it what you will with that. That's what we're looking at. Right, grand there, lovely. Right, 9 minutes to go until our first deadline of the season. Verts and Shaw or Soboslai and Maguire. Cheers, Niall, and best of luck, Owen. And don't forget, Owen, to send me a message on Instagram, please. Good lad. Verts and Shaw or Soboslai Maguire. Soboslai Maguire. I prefer Maguire, yeah. Out of the two, yeah. Some man for jersey crossing. This is a lovely jersey, Richie. Will you stop? Last one, yeah, we did that one already. Hume or Ayer for the first 5 game week. We did that one as well. 100% bench boost. Yeah, I'm not going to move for the Coventry lads now. No. Ballard or a second Arsenal defender in wide. If you want to copy Mimo, that's what I'm on with 2 Arsenal defenders. Be ready to move quickly as well if the Arsenal team news is a bit yeah, I need to keep a close eye on this. So right, is Brobby's min safe? Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Why no Nico Williams? Can't fit them all in. That's the only reason why. Right, let's see there. Verts and Shaw for me. Verts upside too big. Fair enough. Richie, if you want to go with that. Verts upside too big, maybe. Shorty solid. I think he is too. Is too if there was no Martinelli. What moves is he making? This is what we're looking at here. Elixir Expert, Kinski, Verbruggen, Calafiori, Maguire, Hume, Mitchell, Ayer, Bruno, Mbuemo, Gross, Solis, Lefebvre, Haaland, João Pedro, DCL, Bruno captain, bench boost active, thoughts. No Haaland, or you do have Haaland, sorry, Bruno captain. Nothing wrong with that. I think you're good to go. Right, if you are playing your bench boost, make sure you lock it in. I'm just sorting out my team now because it's going to be hectic now for the last couple of minutes of the stream if we're getting Arsenal news. Apparently we're getting Arsenal news at 2 minutes to the deadline. Calafiori white, Mbuemo Bruno voice, Haaland captain, João Pedro, Calvert-Lewin bench boost is active there. Yes, I think I'm happy enough with that. It's just whatever we get for the Arsenal team news now. We've been going nearly 3 hours as well, which is crazy. Crazy. Right. What else are we saying? Is this your final team? Not locked in, but they're thereabouts. Donald Moore in the chat. I can just see we hit 200 viewers. Absolutely unbelievable for the first stream of the season. 208 people watching us. Wow. That is class. Some start to the season now. Let's get a good week going now. Who is starting in nets? Doesn't matter, Shane. We're on the bench boost anyway. So let's see. Cunha or Mbuemo on Mbuemo. Mbuemo playing up front. Have to be going for that. We're going for that. All right. 5 minutes to go till the deadline. If White isn't starting, it's going to be a quick change from White to Ballard, I think. Yeah, if he's not starting, he should. No, why wouldn't White start? Why wouldn't White start? He'll be fine. He'll be absolutely fine. We're good with that. All good. Verbruggen, Lamens, De Cooper, Shaw, Hume, Mikalenko, Solis, Mbuemo, Verts, Foden, Shade, Pedro, Isak, Haaland on the bench boost. No Bruno Fernandes. You know the risk not going Bruno Fernandes. That's it with there then as well. Right, what else are we saying there? Verbruggen, Lamens, yeah, all good there. Doesn't Mbuemo get more than 70 minutes? I think so. Sesko might get some minutes off the bench, but I think we're good to go there. Right, 2 minutes to go until we get Arsenal team news. Moved off Szoboszlai to go with Gross with Ndiaye, Fernandes, Mbuemo and Solis. You recommend Liverpool midfield? I'm not technically on them. Oh yeah, bench boost is active also. Bench boost to the bench boost, guys. Following me. Grand. Harry captain and Bruno. Fair. I think I'm leaving it on Haaland. It's a long season anyhow, but yeah, I'm leaving it on. I'm leaving it on Haaland, I think. There's a lot captain and Bruno by the looks of it. A lot. No Bruno. Very good job, Eyal. Who's your captain and vice captain? I'm on Bruno. Or sorry, no, I'm on Haaland. I'm on Haaland and Bruno Vice. Sorry, I messed that up. I'm on Haaland. I'm on Haaland captain, Bruno Vice. Let's see. Right, a minute to go till we get this Arsenal team news. If Solis isn't starting, it's going to be a quick change from Solis to Lefebvre. He's going to be fine. He's definitely going to be fine. I'm just going to keep an eye on this lad's page when the button hits 6:28. Right, it's 6:28 now. He said he was posting. Right, Dek, Kai and Saka starting. Right, fair enough. Right, grand. Rice, Kai and Saka start. Right, that's the team news there. What page are you on for Arsenal team news? Team news and ticks is what they are. Only if I was going to play with the striker, not go gross, Prince Picky and Forrest. How fair. I'm just DCL with pens is all I'm thinking. Pre-season, so nothing with that. Team is there, lads. Show your team. Is Robbie Min safe? He'll be fine. A minute to go to the deadline. Make sure your team is locked in. Leaving on this BB active. Right, grand. A minute to go until the deadline. Get your teams locked in. Make sure you're all good. Right. And the app is Banjax. No, it's not. Bench boost is active. Haaland captain there. Bruno Fernandes. There we go. Right, we've White, Calafiori, triple Arsenal tonight. We might regret it. There's our team for the first game week. And that's another deadline stream there. Don't forget to hit the bench boost then as well. That's the only news we're getting is the Kai, Saka and I think starting. I did captain Haaland, didn't I? I did. Bruno Vice. I'm breathing. Well, that was great, wasn't it? 3 hours bang on the dot. Thanks for all the support, lads. Sent you a DM. Owen, good man. I'll get that sorted for you. We're 7 subs while we have 223 people watching us here. We're 7 subs off hitting 9.4k. If you want to hop down there, click subscribe on the channel before you hop off. That'd be great. If just 7 you could do that and get us across the line there. Thank you everyone for tuning in for the first game week of the season. Haaland captain versus Bruno. We already have the first matchup on the captaincy anyway. It's going to be interesting to see how many people captain Bruno, how many people captain Haaland. That's it. Ndai is in, White is in, Calafiori is in, Rodon Gomez. The bench boost is active. Erabu missed those moments. Love that. Great to see y'all. We're nearly on 6k views, which is absolutely crazy on our first deadline stream then as well. That is outrageous. Before you go, drop a like on the stream if you haven't done so already. We're back again next Friday. I have a day off work next Friday to sort out the deadline stream next week. That has been absolutely crazy. Here goes another year, boys and girls. I know we're back. We're back in it. Peak FPL if Arsenal concede tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the way it goes. But well, White of Calafiori, surely we get an Arsenal clean sheet tonight. That's all I want tonight. An Arsenal clean sheet. We gonna be off to lovely. White, Calafiori and Solis all start, which is great to see as well. Let me just double check that too. Where are you seeing that now? Can't see anywhere saying that all 3 of them are starting, but they should be. Let's see anyway. Yeah, Bruno versus Haaland captain game week 1. We're already starting on this then as well. That's been a record breaking stream then as well. I think we hit 240 viewers at one stage of that, which is absolutely outrageous. Thank you to all of you for the support on the channel during pre-season. This is a big season coming, fingers crossed anyway. Do we wait for, what is it, 10 minutes? We're 12 minutes away from getting the first lineups anyway. We're still waiting. Bruno out with an injury. Right, let's just post this first shirt. Game week 1. Team locked in lock. Robot captain. Bench boost. Active. Right, that's that posted there. Lovely stuff. Just about to hit 6k views on this stream as well, which is crazy. That's another record as well. Sign of a great season to come, fingers crossed. Right, we're waiting for Arsenal team news. Predictions. Right, you know what? Let's get a poll going there then as well. Where are you going to finish this year? Where are you aiming? I think everyone's gonna click top 10k anyway. The Ryan O'Mara with the $5.99. You don't need to send that, Ryan. Good man though. Jesus Christ. Top 250k. I will ring you as soon as this ends as well. Good man. I was meant to ring you earlier. Big thanks to Ryan there as well. And who was it as well that gave the donation there to L Chivers with the $4.99. Cheers to that, lads. Appreciate that. Surely everyone's going top 50, top 100k there then too. Bruno Guimaraes is out for 6 weeks with a hamstring injury. Have 3/4 of a pint. I need one after that anyway. Jesus Christ. It's great to be back though. Right, Bruno captain. I'm seeing everybody captain and Bruno. Wow. Haaland, Bruno captains. There is going to be some split on the captaincies there. Right, let's keep going. Right, we have 10 minutes to go. I need to sort out what we're doing there, yeah. Right, all good. Any other questions, do send them in there before we hop off. We have been going well over 3 hours now. Maybe I need to settle and get some dinner into me there and relax for the evening now. Score prediction on the Arsenal game. I'm going 2-0. 2-0 Arsenal. Solis and maybe now cheeky Ben White differential goal. That'd be peak if he scores. Yeah, a lot going. Bruno Fernandes captain. Captain Odegaard from PDogs01. Nothing wrong with that at all. If you are going captain and Odegaard, we are waiting for the lineups here. So let's see. 8 minutes to go until we get them. 8 o'clock kickoff isn't it? It is surely. Have done over 3.5 goals. 7-5. They're not great odds, are they? 3-5 goals. I said 3-0 Arsenal. Ben White and Gabriel and Rice. Solly's assisting them all. Won't say no to that. Good man, Owen. There we are. Good stuff, Owen. Good stuff, Owen. Right. 3-0 Arsenal. Ben White, Gabriel and Rice. Do you know what? I'd absolutely take that. As long as I get my Arsenal clean sheet with White and White and Calafiori. People going triple Arsenal defence. I like that at least. I'm happy enough to be on double. So we shall see on that. Right, 7 minutes to go until the lineups. Maybe do we leave it at that? I can just chill for a bit until the game starts and get some food into me. Maybe we do that. Yeah, that's been one of the most enjoyable streams ever. Thank you to all for tuning in there over the last 3 hours. If you watched it all, fair play to you. If you tuned in just for a small bit, I really do appreciate you all. Massive season incoming, fingers crossed. Hopefully we're going to start off with an Arsenal clean sheet tonight. I'm going to leave it there because my voice is somewhat going as well from talking this long, but yeah, we're going to leave it there. Thanks for watching. Best of luck for the week. I am going to be yes, what time City are playing? Maybe I'll wait until after the City game. City are at 2 o'clock fair, right? So I can record a YouTube video after on Sunday. The main aim now this year is to be posting on a Sunday and probably a Wednesday during the week then as well on the YouTube. I need to up the ante with my YouTube videos to try and keep this going anyway. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. Miles, White start. Hannah Barson, Miles, Odegaard, Calafiori, White, Sully's all start. Yeah, we're waiting for that in it to see, but I think we're all good there, yeah. But anyway, we should be double uploading at least every week now. But yeah, I'll see you also Sunday evening hopefully for a transfer plan team selection video. Enjoy the football, sit down, relax, enjoy the football tonight, enjoy it over the weekend. It's great to have FPL back. Normal service is definitely resuming, but we're going to leave it there for now. Thanks for watching. Best of luck for the week. I'll see you in the next video. Era boo. Come on.